streaming. Okay. I like the press A thing, like they're chips for poker or something.
Yeah, it's a pile of A buttons.
Can you bet half an A press?
It's a small blind.
Okay. Well, let's continue. Press A to continue. Load. And this is start a new game. There's nothing else really on here. It's just that.
Yeah.
Loading. Oh, I gotta fucking link the things. And Kitty's getting on Steam, so to join us, so.
Oh, I'm not actually sure if my Steam chat is working. Can you hear me?
Oh, Kitty wants a link to the current voice chat.
James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You say, alright. Because the Steam voice chat I just invited Kitty to is now a black box. I can't move
it's
or
happening
interact
for me
with in any
too.
way. Yep. Great.
Are you kidding me?
Let me try again. I'll just make a group chat.
I not sure if I can enter the group chats now because of the black box problem. Okay, okay, that seems to work. Even though it gives us a black box, but hey.
Yeah, I can't actually interact with the chat screen anymore other than just over my push to talk, so I guess that's what we're stuck with.
Huh. Yeah, the black box of Steam, but at least I can hear y'all.
God, I cannot believe that is the issue that we're seeing that. I hope no one else wants added to voice chat, because I can't add them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Derek, you need a, we should do some, like, a test stream, like, maybe not an actual stream, but, like, maybe on a off day we need to try it out to see if we can debug
we
what this
absolutely
issue
need
is.
to help you debug, because it does seem to be on your end, James.
Is it?
I mean, yeah, because me and Kitty can talk to each other fine when we're in Steam voice. When we're in Discord voice chat. I don't know. Did you change headset recently?
No, I've been using the same one.
Weird. Yeah.
Anyway.
But as long as as long as we can still stream to YouTube, I guess I'll be fine for now.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
All
can't
the
hear
hits I'm
the voice
seeing
actors.
for the problem is, oh, have you checked that you're not muted? Check that you're not muted. And it's like, wow, the people posting these questions and going, oh, that fixed it. It's just like, how stupid are you?
Yeah,
Ah,
'cause, yeah. But I guess are we streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming. I'm streaming.
All right. Well, let's for now at least. Let's go. Let's talk about psychonauts. We're psycho and knots. Welcome to our wait. What's the one thing? My twist. You know, we're in a
welcome
summer
to my
school.
twisted mind.
Like, oh, we're in a summer camp for kids that are twisted fucking psychopaths. Apparently,
Yeah.
if you want to be edgy
So,
about it.
I missed the episode last week. Again, apologies for that. I was like a thing I couldn't be here for, but uh, I'm hoping I'm not missing like Psychonauts deep lore
Eh,
Not too much.
and not being
We
there for the first episode. Who knows?
First episode we did a bit of grinding, but now we have uh the brain blast. I forget what's actually called, but we have the brain blast. We're now Jimmy Neutron, and we can also set things on fire and levitate things.
Yeah, I barely remember anything about Jimmy Neutron, but that tracks.
have marksmanship.
Marksmanship. That's what it's called.
Set things on fire with pyrokinesis. Telekinesis.
EK fire.
Yep.
I don't know enough Earthbound
Setting
to
things on
make up
fire
names
with
for
my
other
mind.
things.
Oh yeah, speaking of Earthbound, it got like announced on that Nintendo thing.
Yep.
It's coming to
Yeah.
Switch Online,
Oh yeah.
and you don't have to
There's
pay
been
extra
a lot of
for it.
things announced for that Nintendo thing. No mother free
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, because
We're moving along.
Sort of.
sorta. It's a weird thing. It's a dowsing rod, but for these arrowheads, buried arrowheads made out of a psychoactive metal. That I guess this is kind of deep. It's like easy to miss lore, or easy to ignore, where it's like this whole camp is built on a burial ground because a meteorite
Because of course
crashed
it is.
crashed here. Who knows how long ago? Some like indigenous tribes of the area made like arrowheads out of metal, and then they were like, you know what? Things
So
that
the
have been
arrows
rough,
grant
psychic.
powers to what we call
No,
stand users, yeah?
God. No, it more just it just fucked them up. They're like, things only started getting weird once we made these arrowheads. What if we just bury them in this place and never come back here? So like, but thankfully because we have psychic powers, it doesn't fuck us up. So we're immune, I hope, to being having our minds obliterated by psychoactive materials.
Basically, the idea is that it will improve psychic powers, but if you have like problems, it will make them worse.
I
know,
do
mental
have problems for it to make worse.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Oh, and also we use some as
Yeah.
currency here on the camp
Yep.
because this is a government-funded camp to train people to be psychonauts, and there's a guy who wears a what's his name?
Oleander.
What is his name? Oleander, yeah, who wears like a Prussian officer helmet or whatever. The pointy one.
pickle helm.
Yeah, the pickle helm. Who first day of summer camp, or for us at least, because Raz didn't get parents' permission to be here. He just kind of ran off. He ran away from the circus to be here because he's like, "Oh, I have weird psychic powers. I want to explore them." And so it's like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't actually." And of course, Raz decided to refuse that.
I can set squirrels
Oh,
on fire.
we can do
If you
violence to
mind.
small animals.
Squirrel sacrificed meter ticks up 1.
Squirrel roast dinner.
Oh, okay.
That's a heal if we eat it, if we're hurt. Oh yeah, by the way, some animals in, the campgrounds also have psychic powers from being exposed to the psychoactive material for so long. So that's fun. Like there's bears with telekinesis.
Thank God they aren't
So,
hippos.
Yeah. Oh, I also missed Ree's stream last night, so I didn't actually see the hippo feeding stuff.
Oh, God. I
Wasn't
actually
busy or anything, I just fell asleep. Oh, there's Big Bill Hell whispering in the rear.
yeah, that's also a character.
Big Bill Hell. Great. I forgot.
Again, I have no in-game audio.
Yep,
Same.
it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Great. I forgot the name of the character who's talking to us, but he's kind of like the supervisor of the camp,
Oh,
who has his own issue.
I can summon him.
It's so weird
Bacon.
that, like, camps were a whole thing over in America. Meanwhile, like, when I
yeah.
was growing up, I went to a couple of scout camps, and that was about it.
Yeah.
There just weren't any others.
I
Suppose you
No,
need to
I-
find something to do with all that wilderness.
Yeah, that's it. I remember growing up always wanting to go to like space camp to learn about like NASA stuff or whatever, but I never had the opportunity to go.
They won't actually send you into space, sadly.
Well, no, sadly, I mean, getting to like learn more about it would still be cool though, especially as like a young girl really loved learning
Hey,
anything about
someone's
space.
actually in the chat. Hi.
I don't have
Angry
YouTube
boss
up.
Boss.
Howdy.
Oh, hey. Assuming that you're not secretly a bot, welcome! Oh, I'm hearing my own voice and I don't like it. Anyway. It's fine.
Oh yeah, and there's also a problem with the Steam release where the temperature gauge for setting things on fire isn't above the thing you're trying to set on fire, so...
Oh no.
The temperature gauge in Raz's mind is displaced a few meters.
Yeah, now it's showing things in Celsius instead of Fahrenheit.
And it has no idea what. Oh yeah, oh, it's a bear.
Watch out, the bear.
Oh, I forgot the bears
It's got a
hover.
mighty leap.
They don't walk. Mighty leap. God.
Lock on.
Inscription is such a good game.
Oh, he slapped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, telekinetic bear slaps.
Yeah, so speaking of space camps,
Oh, I set myself on
sort
fire.
of.
Oh, excuse me.
I remember like a TV show, like, it must have been like 20 years ago at this point, where the premise was we're telling like these people, oh yeah, we're sending you into space on like a mission to just like send average people into space, but really what we're doing is seeing how far we can string along the biggest idiots we can find into thinking they're actually in space.
god.
And so they would like have a closed set with like the whole thing is set up to trick them into thinking they're in space. I cannot remember what it's called, and I don't think it went that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, reality shows were pretty damn disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what it's called, but there's like a whole genre of let's trick people into thinking that they're qualified to do stuff that they clearly aren't.
Yeah.
Egg.
Egg.
That's another for the scavenger hunt.
Got the eggs and got the bacon.
Rare and beautiful condor egg. Condors were once plentiful in this valley, but their numbers have been decimated by modern hazards. I'm getting an echo.
We're all getting an echo. See, the thing is, I can't actually look at the Steam chat window because it's just black.
Telekinetic grizzly bears and poachers stealing the eggs out of their nests. Which is what we just did.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
Also-
got everything muted here.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no idea where the echo is coming from then, aside from Steam just being weird.
I think Steam being weird makes sense.
Because we're muted and deafened on the... Yeah, we're muted and deafened on the Discord chat.
Discord. Yeah. The only person who may not be would be Dark. But then again, you wouldn't be able to hear yourself.
Let me see if that works. Let's see.
God, someone's gonna come into the Discord chat and go, why is everyone deafened and muted?
Okay, how's that work?
Right.
Test 1, 2, 3. Can you hear an
Testing
echo?
1, 2.
I can hear you.
No,
that
I'm
was-
saying can you hear me? I'm saying can you hear an echo?
No, there's
Testing
no
1,
echo.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, there's an
Okay.
echo.
There's the
Okay.
echo.
That was just hidden. See as well.
Yep, I can buy the cobweb duster. This is gonna be known as the Echo Arc, isn't it? Now we just need to buy some side cores. No way. Zip. Okay. And they also drop some health. Which has a justification in the brains as like raw psychic energy. And this is psychic aggression. But like doesn't make sense in the real world. Oh well. Just don't think about it. Whoop whoop. Can you two still hear me?
Oh yeah, we can still hear you. It's just you were talking there, so I didn't want to interrupt whilst I was looking up that reality TV show. See if I just like imagined it or something.
I recently watched a video about a reality TV show and it I have 1,000 now. So now I can buy Psychors.
Psychor. Nice.
So cool. Yeah.
So we're
that
not
TV
listening.
show.
Oh yeah, the TV show. God, that sounds wild. Yeah.
Yeah, TV show that I was thinking of was called Space Cadets, and apparently it was just kind of underwhelming because you got 10 days into filming, and when they said no, got a horrible secret to reveal to you, all the contestants just went, yeah, we know it's fake. It's honestly like we should have figured this out earlier, but it's obvious now that you've said that.
God.
Yeah. And then there was apparently a conspiracy theory at one point of it being a double hoax. It was actually everyone in it was an actor, even the contestants. And no, it turns out it was just this bad prank that didn't really work that well. Oh well.
Goodness.
It's like all reality TV then.
Yeah.
The early 2000s were just wild for reality TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not in a good
Right.
way, but
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
The increase of
No.
reality TV came because of the writers' strike. The 2008 writers'
Yeah,
strike.
because you don't need to pay
Oh,
writers if you. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never knew that. Or if I did, I forgot.
68.
One more card. We're so close. It's so far.
Everyone's just dead silent after the 68.
Yeah, we just don't mention it.
Don't mention the 68.
Sorry. Oops.
No, grabbing that bird just killed it.
Yep.
Look at those fish. Oh, he's leveraging the fish.
Нет. Soon. Wood's not big enough for me in summer camp and giant wheel.
Hey, Maloof, can I join in?
Okay.
Sorry, Raz. This is hard.
Oh yeah. I guess the story. Right, the smaller kid was bullied by someone else, but he enlisted the aid of the very stereotypically Russian
Hold still.
boy who loves to fight. And apparently, there's a big naked psychic bear in the woods, or by just furless bear.
Oh,
But
thanks
he's like,
for
"No, what?"
clarifying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just like that. With psychic bears, like, is there like a talking bear that's just like being weird about it?
Bear.
But bear.
Now I got you. I can't really do anything
With
about
that
that.
carnices slab to use on it.
Oh, right, that game. I could probably
Yeah.
run it decently.
Nope. Still won't budge.
Oh yeah, I can't use telekinesis for that. I have to use another power.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's weird. You think you'd telekinesis the things jammed in a geyser?
Find him yet?
Well, I tracked Dogan into the forest, but his footprint just disappeared.
Oh yeah, I forgot something else. That character got
And I tried
kidnapped, and we vaguely saw them being,
saw Bilko
threatened by a captor in our dreamscape.
Why don't you just run in there?
never follow a snake into its hole, as that is the code of the Bayous, the code of the hunt.
Is this person among us? I don't know.
The joke of that person's joke is like he talks a lot and in a monotone voice.
Ah, just like me then. Anyway,
Yeah, he has long stories that go nowhere.
yep.
There's an achievement for
Yep.
listening to one of them.
Uh-huh.
At the beginning of the game, he tells a riveting story about the time him and his dog
James,
went for a walk.
boyfriend James. Something
There's a
about
character
him.
named James in this game.
He said
said no. Oh, anyway, we were talking to Lily, and she's all head up about a monster she thinks she saw in the woods.
Oh yeah, this game's fully voice acted.
Yeah, we forget because we don't actually have audio.
Funny, I talked to
So
Lily
for anyone
last night,
like
and
watching,
she didn't mention anything about a monster.
yep,
Nothing?
me and
Well,
Kitty
she
cannot
mostly
hear a
said,
thing from the game.
because we were letting our mouths do the talking. If you know
Love
what
it.
I mean.
We really should do like an
Shut up,
off-stream
what
like
do you mean? I mean,
debugging
we're
to
making
help
out
us figure out
because we're
what the
involved.
actual problem
No
is,
answer,
because
please.
me and Kitty can hear each other, the Discord chat.
She doesn't
James apparently can't hear either of us.
That's
Or
just one of the many ways she
can
doesn't
hear
like
me,
you.
I don't
In
know how that
fact,
works.
she doesn't like
Can't,
you.
yeah, can't hear
Period. You're lying
any
about
of
the whole
us.
thing,
Like,
aren't
you know, like when
So what
Andy
we're
would join.
doing is,
Don't ask her
yeah,
that because it's a secret.
yeah.
Because, well,
If anyone else tries to
because
jump
it's
in
a
on this
secret.
chat, it's gonna be
Oh,
such a
no.
hassle restarting it.
But we have a new
Ah,
Uh,
a new cowboy. And he's not just a new cowboy, he's a
Um,
man. I think you have me confused.
I feel like we're missing out by not having the audio.
I wrapped around, and now
Not really.
yeah.
Whatever you
I
say.
mean, it. Yeah, everything is fully voice acted. So
And other places. Good.
yeah, we do kind of missed out on some of the delivery.
Hey, Nosy, how about pulling your big beak out of our private business?
Are you guys getting back together?
No.
But yeah, there's a bunch of.
Bring something else.
No, how old are these characters? Like what, 11, 12,
Like 10
something like that?
ish.
Or I will
Oh, 10. Wow.
Yo! Hey,
Having their own
can't
drama.
neither can you. Hey! Grow up, Rasputin. If you don't stop trying to burn me right now, I am going to scream!
Really
Sorry, wrong
was
Rasputin.
wild.
I found
Bible like a teacher, full
Sure.
of ecstasy and fire.
glass eye. I'm always losing mine around the
oh.
camp. If you find one, please don't scratch it, because I am running out of spares.
Oh.
Thankfully, Ranger Ford is right there.
Excuse me, Mr. Ranger, but I'm looking for Mia Vodello's levitation class.
She teaches out on the docks in the sunshine where young kids should be spending their summers, not here in the forests, which, have I mentioned, are off limits. Now get!
Hey, check it out. I'm halfway done with the scavenger hunt.
Holy smokes, look at that! Well then, here's the first half of your reward.
Got knocked over.
Now don't be lazy. Finish that list.
Wait, who? At rank 30? What rank are we at? Like
29.
10?
Our rank is 29.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Alright. I kind of forgot how quickly you can get up there.
Yep.
Especially since we spent early time like exploring to try to find out to get to rank 10, be able to buy the dowsing rod. Was it rank 10 for the dowsing rod?
Yeah, about.
So
Yeah,
that
I
we
think
can have
so.
enough. Yeah, for the cobweb spinner, because when we enter people's minds, we can clear the mental cobwebs from their minds, and then use that as these cards we're finding to make psychors, which rank us up. Which there's one really fun aspect of this game of just the visual gags of finding actual cobwebs in people's minds. As well as the baggage.
Yeah.
Where are side cards? Oh! Cutscene.
Lily,
Going for the advanced training? What's the rush?
are you kidding? I only have a few days to become a psychonaut or I lose my shot forever.
Look, Raz, I hate to burst your bubble, but the psychonauts are not what they used to be. Times have changed. The world just doesn't need us anymore.
The world does too need psychonauts. Right Right here at this very camp, in fact. I think there are several fishy things that need psychic investigating.
You are so immature. And cute. When are you gonna just shut up and kiss me?
Shut up and do what?
Oh, I didn't know you could. I gotta go. Bye. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. The cutscene was pretty low res, because they can up-res the game, but I guess the cutscenes are like different files and you can't quite up-res them.
Yeah.
Oh! Let's climb wall.
Eh.
Ah!
What?
Oh,
Imagine you climb the tree and there's a Jinjo up there.
nice.
Jinjo.
One in the whole game.
Oh, you must
be
be
great.
talking about Banjo-Tooie, and now there's one white Jinjo.
There's the one white Jinjo,
No, I didn't
yeah.
know that. I just thought it'd be very funny to have one lone Jinjo to collect in the game. So you go, wait, don't these come in groups of 5?
Tooie works differently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Tooie works differently.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the joke is still great though. Of you just find a gym Joe, a legally distinct
Does someone have like
Uh,
the YouTube
magical
open but
little
not
guy.
muted?
It's just the one gym Joe.
The YouTube, I have it open.
See you in
Is
hell.
it muted?
Yeah, it's
Is
muted.
it not muted?
Right, because I'm still getting an echo.
No.
I've definitely got it muted and paused, because I'm just looking at the chat. Still got the brain.
I don't
for
have it
opening
open.
sequence there.
So
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know.
Oh,
also tell me if you can hear family members or something talking through my mic because they're getting a
Nope.
bit loud. I don't know if they're loud enough to come through my mic.
I don't hear anything.
All right. Very good. Oh, you know what? I forgot about it to finish what I was thinking about Oleander earlier. But we enter his mindscape for the tutorial level, and it's like very war themed.
Whoa, that's my last cobweb duster.
Like,
Fell into someone's
and it almost looks like World War II or something like that.
They're happy to be rid of the web.
And it's like, he's a soldier man sort of deal.
What else can I do you for? Now with
And
that,
it makes me wonder, like, did he serve in like World War II or something?
you take
Or is it just
cord.
the most recognizable war thing,
Do you for? Alrighty then.
the devs can think of to just like
Alrighty then.
throw in there?
Do you for?
Because it makes me wonder, like, when does this take place? Because it feels pretty modern.
Alrighty then.
Or, like, is it just alternate history? Well, obviously, alternate history thing. There's psychonauts,
You take that. Alrighty
It happened
Yo.
yesterday.
super secret agents with psychic powers.
Sold.
Can't believe they're going to
Oh, yeah, and
camp
last
in the middle
episode
of the
we.
pandemic.
Do you for? Now, you take that.
Yeah.
Big-headed kid.
Oh, yeah, also, last time we streamed this, I joked that,
Come on, back.
like, would Raz grow up to be one of Joe Biden's psionic warriors that will entomb dogs beneath the earth?
Do we fight any dogs? And if so,
And
do
we
we
came-
bury them alive? That's the answer to that question.
No, we won't.
That's good.
Closest thing to that in the series is in the second game.
My bad.
Do we free the dog that have been entombed in the earth so that it may have revenge?
No.
Where would
There is something that's kind
Yeah.
of sort of in tune to the earth. Oh boy, a bot. There's a bot. Actually, bot.
Agent 9's lab, please?
Alright.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh,
Oh wait, this is
Odd
wrong
expunged.
area.
Where was
This one is.
yeah.
what we gotta use.
But the Psycore, this end with the Psycores and the cards we have make a full deal.
Palm, make a bot.
Oh,
Another bot.
whack. Yeah, we have expanded ground pound.
Yep. Just mash the button when we ground pound. That's gonna be on the screen there until we get to Ford.
In recognition of your hard work, dedication, and mental agility, I'm proud to bestow upon you the official merit badge for invisibility.
The animation for that looks cooler than what the actual one
Another
is.
sensor. Oh no, you're out of ammo.
No, I'm not.
You are now. Here are the rules. Take this guy out, but if he sees you at all,
Yeah.
you'll lose.
Yeah, just goes, "You're out of ammo." No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Anyway.
Oh,
Don't make it. Hey, where'd he go?
I mean, I still really enjoy the
Oh, well
the
done.
red glow, the goggles.
Power of
Yep.
invisibility. I
When he
think
becomes
I've heard
invisible.
Kids around camp refer to this technique as silent but deadly.
and that's it.
Hey, not bad. If you didn't eat so much garlic, I wouldn't even know you were here.
Apparently, Raz eats garlic,
Yeah. I mean,
according to Agent
garlic
Kohler.
is good.
Yep. That's why Wario
Garlic
eats
is
it so
good.
much.
You know what?
Like, you don't just eat
Speaking of
entire
which,
bulbs of
did
garlic,
you know-
but like, it's great in food.
If you're not a cow. But yeah, no, it is great in food. But oh yeah, I was gonna say, I know in Japan there's like a sect of, I think, Buddhism where it's like eating, like, they do the whole like trying not to eat meat thing, right?
Where would you like me to
But
put
also
Crab?
eating garlic. Garlic is actually sucks and is bad because it's smelly. You see,
Yeah.
and that's like that totally messes with everything. I'm like, huh, whack.
So you're not allowed to
The
eat
idea of,
meat, and you're not allowed to season anything.
Well, not with
I mean, you can
garlic.
season things, but not with garlic.
Yeah.
It's just garlicators.
Yeah, so the other
The
characters
group of Buddhists who hate garlic.
won't react to turning invisible, just Ford.
I know earlier we saw a
You turn invisible
cutscene
and
where
hear, "I've been invisible all my life," and then get shot.
damn.
Definitely.
Is that invincible?
Oh no, he said I've been invisible my whole goddamn life.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a big
it's the
nerd
guy with the
Guy.
What was that slab called? It's the one that turns you invisible anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
reused for like 90% of the game because it's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean arcane games are really based around stealth. So anything that makes you incredibly good at stealth for like no cost or like barely any cost is always
Yeah, it
the
does
supreme
have
option.
drawbacks, but they're very easy to work around. And more than any of the other slabs, it's the one that just feels broken.
Yeah, which is
Like,
wild. 'cause
Carnesis is cool, but it's basically pick one guy and absolutely murder him. Whereas a lot
Yeah.
of the other ones, just like feel completely disproportionate in their power levels.
Golden acorn.
Yeah,
Neat.
nice.
Adult squirrels will often coat a regular acorn with mucilaginous secretion that gives it a shiny golden coat. The sparkly trinket is used to attract possible mates. Warning: do not eat.
Don't tell anyone I'm out here.
Okay. Anyway, let's get the most useful power now.
Oh,
That was a total act.
also, it felt like a good refresher.
Dogen,
The fact that
are you okay?
what?
I had the strangest machine-induced
Oh.
dream
Okay.
about you.
This kid just walked out of
First
the
all,
ocean.
Sasha 9 invited me down to a secret lab, and TV.
So is this just an exposed brain?
He's completely
Oh, it's
No,
brainless.
lack of
The
brain
dream
then.
was true.
Okay.
Dogen, don't worry.
It's actually
I know what
supposed to be a
your
tin,
plans are. They're in
like kind of like a tinfoil hat
this
deal
crazy
to
dream
keep him
phone
from
bush straight-jacket
exploding,
power place.
accidentally
You're
exploding
good at
people with his
TV
brain,
language. I'm on the case.
which I guess he doesn't have to worry
Just
about
need a little
now.
more advanced training
Because
to
it doesn't have
prepare.
brain.
Yep. And of course now all he wants to do is watch TV because
Oh,
we know
yeah.
what TV does to kids. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Makes them
Sorry.
think that they're better than other people because they can recite things off of that they've seen off of TV.
Ah, we're talking
Yep.
about Ready Player One again, aren't we?
I still need to listen to that podcast. Just saying it.
I listened to it.
Yeah. When I saw the link to
Everything-
it,
Yeah.
it was like late at night, and I'm like, oh, this is 3 hours long. I'll listen to this later.
Sad that the podcast series is ending, but it was pretty good.
That first guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Elton, have you heard
The
anything
thing
else
is,
about
everything
that
I
thing
hear
in the
about
lake?
Ready Player One is
Oh,
only like
not really.
eclipsed in
The fish
weirdness
are
by
kinda
Ready
going
Player
crazy
2,
about
so
Bobby and Benny over there torturing anything that swims too
Yeah.
close. Oh,
Yeah,
somebody
gosh.
should do something.
I still
somebody should do something.
Well, I suppose I could go talk to them.
Just love the girl just reappearing.
Oh man, I hope I don't get much hotter. That would be uncomfortable.
Great. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, a good refresher is the fact that if Raz goes into the water, a hand tries to grab him, and he desperately leaps out of the water. I think he has like 3 hops to try to get onto land before he's dragged underneath.
2 hops.
2 hops.
It's a psychic curse.
Yeah, so far, I'm trying to remember if he said his family's curse like this, or I think it's like a family curse of just avoid bodies of water.
Yeah, family curse.
Distant relative of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Check it out, Admiral.
No, he can get into the water without dying instantly.
It looks like all those weeks in the canoe simulator really paid off.
Yes, sir, Admiral, sir.
Well, let's get you afloat. Finest of the fleet.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
That lake isn't as peaceful or as harmless as she looks. Now, don't take her out too far.
Well, we can't really. Say the paddle forward, B the paddle backwards. Psychically paddle, mind you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't just jump off and grab that.
What else?
Whack.
we're about to get the levitation powers that will let us do that, but yeah,
Yeah.
for right now.
There she is.
And there you are, darling. Don't worry, I got in contact with your father and he's going to be here tomorrow to pick you up.
My father?
Oh, gotta go. The race is starting.
Lily! Oh, hey Raz. Listen, I made you something. It's kind of stupid, but...
They stole Dogen's brains.
No, he's just like that.
I had a nightmare where this mad scientist guy said he was gonna take them out. And
Was it a creepy-looking freak with a shower cap and a stainless steel three-pronged claw?
hey, that's my nightmare.
So it's not just me.
But how? And why all the meat?
I don't know, but I think it's time I find out where this is coming from. Let's rendezvous tonight at the old boathouse for debriefing.
This is so cool.
Yeah! It feels like that time in True Psychic Tales 314 where... Shut up!
Please, this is polyester. I'm hot enough. I was already floating, Rasputin. That's hardly a challenge. Enough with the rough stuff, darling.
Right on, Raz!
I'll be
You
back in
learned
a couple
fire
minutes.
starting. Good for you!
Alright,
Having some food.
Feels like
very
I'm
nice.
having another
Also,
arrow.
while we're here, oh great, what's her name again? I know I always love this agent.
Milif Voldinio?
Yeah. I guess we'll... Just everyone trying to vibe.
I have to calm down. Can't burn anything. Can't burn anything.
Careful, eh? My hair goes up in flames and we're all goners.
Yay! Fire starting practice! Woo!
I forgot if I tried to set 9 on fire. Let me just go to him real quick and then we'll go into
Oh,
the
yeah.
actual level.
Oh, yeah, you can easily just warp to him. I almost forgot about that.
Yep.
Where would... Agent,
Thankfully, the load times are nowhere near as bad as they were on the PS2 version.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure you could find a more productive use for that skill, Rasputin.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we're actually learning the skill.
Nice.
Where's the oh, there it is. Just warps back there.
Good now. Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Because we won't really need it after we get the levitation. Wait, have I
Yeah.
set him on fire?
Don't know.
Okay.
I'll make a canoe out of your hide if you try that one more time.
They changed how pyromancy worked in the second game.
You've got the best
Oh?
ideas, Bob.
What's the difference?
Instead of having to have a target to use it at all, it you make like an orb in front of you.
Oh, that's tight. Kind of wizardy, and I like that.
Yep. Also, you were talking about the ear boy.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
Get an apple,
we tried to
Nice.
set more children on fire.
as you do.
Yep. Children and cap counselors.
Yep.
I've been ordered to
Oh,
report here
Vadelo.
for
Yeah, that's her
levitation
name.
training. I've already done the coach's obstacle course, and Sasha showed me how to shoot.
You know, I'd expect that sort of recklessness from Orso, but Sasha?
Agent 9 said you were the most powerful levitator the psychonauts had.
Sasha said that? Really? I didn't even notice.
Well, you know, I only work with the best teachers.
Flirt. Okay, let's party.
Also, I almost forgot about the doors
Yep.
that, you know, you use to
Look who
enter
made the
people's
scene.
minds.
On TV, of course. Where I was always meant to be. I mean, look at my hair, darling. How can hair this fabulous not be on TV? Now, darling, the best way to learn levitation is to just try it. I'm going to give you a levitation learner's permit. It will only work while you're in my mind. After you finish my course, I'll give you the real thing, baby. First, you gotta show me you know how to use it. Now bounce on up here and follow me, darling. There you go.
Also, we just collected a figment.
Love collecting figments of imagination. Love lava lamps.
Yeah, I actually like I've mentioned before that I went and got a lava lamp recently. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I should
Relaxing.
get a lamp.
Should.
One of those tall lamps.
Oh, definitely.
So that, like, I have lighting for this room.
Oh, yeah, like a lamp. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're talking about a lamp, not a lava lamp, though. A lava lamp would be fun.
You're really gonna have to fly.
Yeah, but you can't really read by the light of a lava lamp.
Try using your thoughts as a balloon.
It's not like practically.
Just jump for those rings and high
And
as you
I think
can, and
I
then
also
do your
need like a
side float.
freestanding
Don't be
lamp as
afraid,
well,
darling.
just to read books here, because it's either that or like it's awkward to have furniture in a place where the actual main light of the room be good for that, you know?
So, here's
Yeah.
the thing that makes levitation so useful. We don't have to put it on a button. We can just do it by pressing the left trigger or L2 to, like, activate it.
Yeah, it,
And it's
Right,
also
so
like a
you can
flutter
just
jump.
access to it. Cool.
which is very fitting for an acrobat to learn how to magically levitate, or not magic, well, whatever, psionically levitate and jump even higher. Which I still very much love that, like, apparently part of being a psychonaut is being able to do cool flips and shit. And Raz being an acrobat from a circus, he's just already, like, leagues above everyone else
Between you and me,
in that
this
regard.
side of the party is dead. Come find me on the other side of the party, and I'll give you that merit badge for real. Never keep a girl waiting long, young man.
And hey, we have Cowboy Duster now. Also, we can collect arrowheads in people's minds. That will count. Or arrowheads in the real world.
Something, something, psychoactive, something, turning the imaginary into reality.
You weren't there before and now you're real! Go back to nothing!
Wait, was that Flight of Dragons? Or I was like partially wondering that's something else.
That was from
Like,
Free
could be
Man's
thinking of-
Mind.
Oh, okay. I never saw Freeman's Mind.
You'll want to
Or I
watch
saw
Flight
bits
of
of it.
Dragons again. It's up on YouTube.
Yeah,
fall in here,
Very good.
Rasputin, if you want to get higher. And see if you can get all those rings spinning, Mr. DJ.
See how the figments blend in?
I can't see them
Exactly.
in this room. Yeah.
There's one right there.
What? Oh god, yeah, no, I literally cannot see them on the stream.
Yeah, there's one on that, above that ring.
Oh, I can see it now. Barely.
See what I mean about it getting bad? This isn't even the worst
Yeah.
of it. Oh, there's a figment up there. Got it.
Thanks.
Fuck.
Woohoo! You are the sugar in my bowl, darling. Now just follow the flowers, won't you? And try to stay rolling at all times. That is the theme of this party.
Two really improved the figments.
Nice. No, I was before the stream I was kind of thinking about how, you know, The World Ends With You also involves kids with psychic powers, and they're like 14-year-olds.
Yeah, they're like
I'm just-
15-ish.
Yeah, like Neku's 14 and you know, The World Ends With You. So like
Haven't seen the second game.
Same.
I also haven't like played the second one.
Fantastic! What style you have, young man. Now, I'm not saying that you will fall.
I was almost wondering like how that would even look like if you could somehow
Just jump in there.
do a
and
crossover
hurry.
of that.
Well, we have to be dead.
Float over here, will you? These rings aren't spinning, and they are ruining
Like that, yeah, that could be part of figuring out how they're in there. I mean, God, I just don't remember that Kingdom Hearts involves The World Ends With You stuff in it.
Yeah, for years,
somehow.
the only The World Ends With You content at all was Kingdom Hearts.
The worst Kingdom
Like one
Hearts, by
Kingdom
the way.
Hearts spin-offs.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is Dream Drop Distance not liked very much?
Yeah, I didn't even finish it.
Come on, dance, baby.
Didn't even get close.
Hey, will you teach me how to dance?
Come on, dance, baby. Ow!
Dang.
What are you doing? I was in the middle of something serious there.
Can't
Yeah.
get a good grip. Can't get a good grip.
But yeah, no, just God, The World Ends With You is such a fun game.
Yep.
Just that said, my brain was also thinking like, how, like, what would a really stylized The World Ends With You character look like in this game? This game's art style, and my brain is struggling to think about that too much.
Hey, will you teach me how to dance?
Watch and learn, kid.
Remember one of my artist
Nope,
friends
you're not gonna
who
blow my high,
may or may
man.
not be
I'm in
watching
my
this. I'm not
groove,
actually
please.
sure if she does watch
Jerk.
these.
Hey, what are you
Anyway, she
doing?
drew Abraham
I was in the
Lincoln
middle
in
of
the
something
style of The World
serious
Ends
there.
With You, and it's like, yeah, that works. Like,
Wow.
it's bizarre that you've drawn this, but it's perfectly on model for the style, so...
Oh wow.
Yay! Practice. Woo!
The World Ends With Abraham Lincoln.
Hey, I need room to groove.
They do their non-levitation dance for a few seconds.
Yo! Hey! Hey! This isn't slam dancing!
No, I guess he just
Except for
automatically
him.
bubbles.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hey, this ain't the mosh
Hey,
pit, frat
what are you
boy.
doing?
I was
doorway.
Ooh, look at the
Oh
crowd.
yeah, there's the doorway.
Things are starting to pick up. See that draft up above, darling? Jump into it and float and see where it takes you.
Let's head into it.
Yeah.
Now, why would you want to come in here? Come on, this room's no fun. Let's leave, baby.
Newest children.
Oh, it looks like an orphanage. Orphanage.
Oh,
On
right,
fire.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just destroying it in her mind.
Yeah, I
Now, you
remember
definitely
hearing about
don't
this
want to go
one,
in there.
and
That's a party killer right
she
there.
goes, "Hey, like we've all got things in our mind. We probably shouldn't go."
The party is upstairs.
Oh.
Lucky for you, I have my nightmares under control. These things can take you to a world of pain, trust me. Now, quick, let's get back to the party, okay?
I forgot about how exactly they look.
Back to the wrong place.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
creepy
Like-
whisperings. Oh, that. The top sprite
You
is
can leave here and go back to burning children in the real world.
Yeah.
Monster.
That room is entirely optional. You can easily miss
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just gives backstory on, you know, yeah.
And foreshadowing.
What?
For something later.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah. Love this game of people having tragic backstories.
In 2, the levitation was limited. But here you can just sort of do it infinitely.
Oh, it's limited? How so? You mean like the
It-
hover?
Yeah, it's timed. The hover is timed.
Oh. Whack.
Oh, and there's a person dancing over there.
Good for them.
Alright, pinball.
I want you to know that since we have no game audio, I'm just imagining the Sonic the Hedgehog spring sounds whenever you like a hook shot.
Yeah. Oh, there was a luggage tag down towards the bottom.
Oh, I guess I'll grab it in a bit.
Yep. Must enact incredible violence to this balcony.
Hey, luggage right there.
Hooray, mental, you're clearing up mental baggage. Damn. wish I could have some of that.
Yep.
Shortcut the process of dealing with your own baggage by just having a psychic run around and doing platforming in your mind.
If I learned anything from shows and video games, it's that having a final battle in your mind with a thing in your mind, with their baggage in your mind, will fix it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I had that dream the other day, so hopefully that helps me with my mother. Oh, hey, little tiny sensors. And they have
Yeah.
pets.
Oh, they have funny
So-
little hats.
You just go, you know what, let's just get all of my issues dealt with. So you have like a battle in your mind against some demon representing your biggest problem, while also a crew of like intrepid doctors riding a submarine that was shrunk down, or just like exploring your intestines. You know? You have all
Of
the plots
course.
going on at once. Why not?
Yeah. That I almost forgot about that plot. That's a thing
It's
that
like
keeps
every
popping up.
Western show, basically.
Yeah.
Only an anime thing, so.
Yeah. I mean, they get like what beach episode, the hot springs episode. You know, in the West animation, we get the like the mind swap episode and being shrunk down a little, having to go into someone's body to like save them or something, or a Bars reference. One of those two.
I missed every figment there. There we
Ow!
go.
Oh thank goodness.
Just making Sonic the Hedgehog noises again.
Well, there was a Sonic pinball.
Yes, we know about Sonic Spinball.
There's
Yeah.
probably like also pinball.
Yeah, probably. God. You know, I still need to catch up, but I was watching someone go through like all the Sonics. Like basically every single Sonic game. I don't know if they did
Fuck.
Dark Brotherhood yet. Because I forget
Oh,
when that came
yeah.
out. Because they're doing
I
a
understand skipping
chronological
it,
order.
it's just- yeah.
Yeah, but like there was kind of a running gag of Spinball never ends because they kept being like, of course there kept being pinball things in Sonic games, and it just that segment of that LP of the series of Sonic LPs just kind of lasted a bit, and I know it's funny because like some of the videos will get like retitled like from all the Sonics to like all the Spinballs or whatever, and I know eventually it's like all the Shadows because Shadow the Hedgehog just kind of kept going for a while.
It's supposed to send me higher.
Yeah, I'm also confused on why it's not.
Oh,
like,
there I
it-
go. I have to jump. Nothing up here. That person is in water.
Yeah, they're like a performer.
Have I told you about
Yeah.
the tragedy of Dark Plagueis? Or whatever
What?
it was? The part in episode 3 where
Not
Anakin
killed the
talks to
Jedi.
the guy.
Yeah, have I ever told you about Darth Pugluch? Okay, I can't remember the one clown's name.
Oh, there it
Puglucci?
is.
Oh, that was a jump.
Okay, that was weird.
Yep.
Let's hope this game doesn't horribly break. And I'm supposed to slide on these.
Doctor, I am plagued with
There we go.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story it's not a story the Jedi would ever tell you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and wise he could use the Force to influence midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side that could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities, some consider it unnatural. He became so powerful, the only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew, and his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic, he could save others from death, but not himself. Anyway, that's the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Someone apparently just quoted the whole thing here, so this repeated it.
Wow.
Anakin says, "That's pretty good. Good show. What do you call that act?"
aristocrats.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, God. The prequels sure were a thing. That said, it's still. I know. I wish someone else was directing it
Why don't you go ask Ilka? She loves to dance. Ugh. Go stand
for the fact that like Anakin's origin story is actually like heartbreaking, but
He's so jealous and protective of you.
it's really not explored enough.
Why are boys such pests?
Hey, wanna dance?
Yes. Teach me of your Earth rhythms. Ooh, that's not how we dance on my planet, Earthling.
Hey, will you teach me how to dance?
Come on, dance, baby! Ow!
Yeah, the thing
Total
is, like,
buzzkill.
this, you could actually like turn that story into something really genuinely tragic, but it's, well, it's just not done very well.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of like fan interpretations of it that make it seem like actually like, oh, okay,
Whoa,
that's
I know you didn't just
actually
do
really
that.
interesting.
yeah, but
prequels we got were not good.
Yep.
yeah, I do love the
Seems
fan
like-
works that
Yeah.
do good. You know, actually like try to do stuff with that, because like God, the idea of being like, oh, we're gonna rescue you, little slave boy, but we're absolutely not gonna do anything to help your mother
Yeah.
at all. And
In
it's
fact,
like,
you're not allowed to
oh,
ever speak to her again.
He does right before she dies.
Oh yeah, but he does
Well,
it like
yeah.
against the express orders of the Jedi Council. 'Cause they're
Who-
all, oh no, you have to like, can't have emotional attachments.
Also, this guy is allowed to fuck.
Yeah, only one guy in the Jedi Council is.
what? Oh yeah, the one. God, no what? A thing that frustrates me about that too is just like, oh, Mila's adventure. Let's get this before I talk more about Star Wars.
Sure.
Mila and 9.
Doing cool spy shit,
More cool spy
defusing
shit.
it. Yeah,
Even
in
more
the skies.
Yep.
Flying while fighting a person in the helicopter.
Very beautiful, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, lifting someone's speedboat. Also, I love that Sasha 9 is still always dressed in his clothes.
Praise. No touch. Look at those crocodiles. They're adorable.
Love them.
For now.
That's cute. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you know, a big thing about Star Wars, especially with how the Jedi work, in that they're based off of a misinterpretation of like Eastern
Stoicism.
religion, specifically like Taoism and Buddhism, and like what attachment actually means in those religions. And if it did so purposely and like, you know, like, oh, the Jedi actually suck, like, oh, this kind of this kind of blows actually, like, then that could be something interesting. But no, it's just
It's never
George
presented
Lucas.
as a-
Yeah, George Lucas just heard about like Buddhism and Taoism, and was like, "Oh, I have a good idea about how this works."
Is this making, like, radiation noises? Hopefully
Oh.
radiation in a mind doesn't affect you in the real world.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening. Darling, do you have some problems with water? Do you want to talk about it?
It's a long story.
those are hard to see a bit, but yeah, it's like like a like attachment. That's a big topic to talk about, but yeah, no, it's just like it doesn't work like what they present in Star Wars at all, where it's like, oh no, we had to be completely apathetic towards people, us, the space wizards, who can literally feel, very in a very real sense, feel the pain of others. We give, or we just do not care. We just don't care about like slavers at all.
Yeah,
As long
it's
as the Republic doesn't care, we don't care. And it's uh such a bizarre
it's
thing.
a similar thing to in D&D, like the alignment system. Again, this is like a whole can of worms in itself. But specifically, true neutral, as it's described in some books, is just completely insane. It is like, uh, it's oh yeah, you don't like you're motivated by being neutral in all situations. It's like what? Oh yeah, if there's too much good in the world, you have to do evil, and it's like that's not what neutrality is.
That,
And so you
that's
get like
especially.
druids turning evil because there's too much good in the world.
I
It's
mean,
like,
by
no.
that logic,
God.
if you are winning a fight, they have to turn on you.
Yeah.
But they can't.
Basically, the
But they can't
neutral
win it for
alignments.
one side or the other.
Yeah.
God. Indeed.
Yeah.
That doesn't. That makes no sense from a personal viewpoint. But of course, D&D has it like that.
I mean, there's chaotic neutral as well, which is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Which is, oh, you just do things at random, as described in some books. That is not what it means.
Yeah.
Basically, the alignment system is hilariously bad at classifying, like, actual things people would have as alignments.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yes.
I think it would work better if it was just like, at first, to my knowledge, like original D&D had it so that it was like a guidepost, so that you can help guide your roleplay and well,
Yeah, it's
also
a
of
role-playing
course
aid,
play
but
aid.
then
They
they
put so
kind
much
of
mechanics on it and expanded it, and it's a horrid mess because people aren't like that. Their own personal viewpoint for their own like morality, whatever, isn't shaped like that. I think if anything, they should have just kept like the kept it to like Mag 10 games. Your lawful, chaotic, or like neutral, of just like as a general guide, and like because some of that kind of makes sense, especially since there's like, oh, here's uh chaotic elementals or whatever. And like now I can kind of see some of that, like people following their gods or whatever. Or like people who just follow like
collect all those rings
their
to
own
get
will
Chaos
or whatever.
Emeralds.
Yeah, and collect all the rings to get the Chaos Emeralds.
Anyway, yeah.
Because that makes a bit more
Because
sense.
it's meant to be a role-playing aid, but also has, like, as you said, mechanical baggage attached to it. Like, oh yeah, any good aligned character who touches his book takes damage, so what you start doing is using that to find out who evil people are by handing them the book of ultimate evil. And it's like,
God.
okay, that sort of makes sense, but then, yeah, there's basically,
Yeah.
like, more modern RPGs, and I believe more modern, like, editions of D&D go, hey, if there's an alignment system, it is only as a guidepost for players, like, to keep their own, like, to summarize their character in a couple of words, and it's not, like, a strict thing, like, as long as you can justify doing something in character and go for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah. Or like better guideposts. You know, better like roleplay aids to kind of guide your
Yeah.
your character.
Oh, a lot of games just outright copied the alignment system, except sometimes it's renamed the axis that it goes on.
Why don't you try the race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially earlier
Time to see
games.
how fast.
They-
Ready? Get set. Go.
Oh, I forgot that we had to actually win this one. Oh boy, there's so many figments of imagination. But yeah, no,
we can't get them right now because of the race, but after we beat the level, we will be able to get
Just
them.
win the race. Win the race. Just win the race.
race.
I've won
But-
the race and now I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. I was thinking, D&D like, oh yeah, because there's some things where you can get some kind of interesting settings things going on. Like, I forgot their name, but I know there's like in D&D, like, oh, there's the elemental plane of mechanics, like something like mechanical that has like clockwork entities there, and it's like supposed to be like the epitome of law because they follow or like order or something. Like that kind of makes sense, and that's kind of interesting. Like I can kind of understand like having your multiverse set up like that. But then things get real weird when it's like law and order, and then good and evil. And then there's true neutral, and whatever
Going to the
whoever is
true
writing.
playing, just everyone there's a centrist.
Everyone there's a Ransona.
Oh, Is a guy right there banished to the world of Ransonas.
You did it. You're quick like greasy lightning. I'm so proud of you, darling.
God.
So fast, you'll be at my party in no time, eh?
Oh. But
Okay.
oh yeah,
if you
cutscene.
wanna go
All right.
to where the action
Uh-oh, the
is,
subtitles aren't showing up.
floating in this room, baby.
Oh no.
Being you're so light on your feet.
Okay, that's basically it.
No, okay.
There are some annoying figments to get in this room.
Yeah. Robbie Sage. Yeah,
Two.
Oh yeah, another thing too.
Had only one level where the figments were bad to get. Because they hit them
That's good to hear.
really well in that level.
Oh, yeah, I guess one more thing when talking about D&D was like, especially since like I know in 3.5 edition and I guess third edition, like certain classes go and be played if you have the right alignment. Like you had to be like lawful. Any alignment of any or on the good and evil axis or whatever, you could be whatever, but you had to be lawful to be a monk. You had to be lawful good to be a paladin.
Of course,
And,
no
like-
one really knew what lawful good was. Because it's
God.
just so vague about it.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
adds to the hundreds of pages of rules for this is ways that you can make the paladin fall. It's like,
If you
why
float
not
in
just
some
say
areas,
you don't want a
you'll
paladin
notice
in your
that I see
game?
more earth than usual.
Like,
Yeah.
there's cool story stuff you can do with like the concept of characters like falling from like their
Grace.
supposed alignment. Like, you can, falling from grace as a paladin or a ranger or a monk for some reason, because all of those had that rule. And
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cool role-playing stuff you can do with that, but just making it a mechanical, oh, you lose all of your class skills and just become a sucky fighter forever is, yeah,
God.
that's not really the way to do it.
Oh,
Especially not when it's like
absolutely.
a vindictive, oh, I put you in this situation where all of the options you can take would make you fall. Haha, gotcha. It's just like, no. It comes up as part of roleplaying, it's like a choice that the paladin player makes, then yeah, it's a really cool moment. But if you force it and go, oh no, I put the paladin in a trolley problem, so he automatically falls no matter what he picks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a bizarre system. But then again, it matches. I was thinking about that recently, just to also like, because of playing D&D with some friends. I was like, no, I'm in the mood to try to build a character in a system to get kind of crunchy. But then like 5e kind of blows, and then I remembered like, oh yeah, I have a PDF of RuneQuest Classic Edition, and even like that was a contemporary to like original D&D and like first edition, and like it had plenty of more interesting ideas, and also like its world building, because like there was none of there really wasn't any of the, oh, this race is inherently evil, unless it was like created by chaos. But even then, like there's trolls, but like they weren't inherently evil or anything.
Got more ammo.
And now we have become even more aggressive. Raz now knows the great deal of fury in his young soul.
I have
But
fury. I have fury.
but yeah, it's it didn't really have any of that. Then you compare it to like D&D, which now knowing now what I've know of Gygax, like this makes perfect sense why the world is just like that, where it's like paladins are lawful good, and his example of lawful good being like being a U.S. soldier, committing like genocide during like the 1800s or whatever. And it's like, yeah, no, that's
There's a
uncomfortable,
lot of
but
things about
tracks.
D&D that are explained by learning anything about Gygax, and you go, oh, I didn't want to learn this.
Also, this is not a Gygax thing, more of a player's thing, but there was like a common idea that lawful good meant you had to be like a total buzzkill, no fun allowed, you can't do any thief things or anything around them.
Yeah.
You can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't dance.
Yeah, even though that kind of goes against the idea of lawful good.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a
yeah.
mess.
Oh, and also it made party, like party comp weird because of your alignment. Because that was a thing of like,
because paladins can only be in a party of only good aligned characters, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, like most people would probably like homebrew it, or I guess at least some would like hand wave it away. But it's funny, like I haven't touched it in a while, but playing the video game of Temple of Elemental Evil, because it's the closest like adaptation of 3.5e rules from any like D&D video game, and because of that, you literally like you had to select an alignment for your party, and then based on that, determine what types of classes you can even have.
Ooh, primal
It also determined what your opening sequence was, like you get different tutorials depending on what alignment your party was.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Which was at least a cool idea, even if it, like, wasn't exactly perfect, but
Yeah.
Some art.
What?
like the dancers.
I love the dancers. I just love Mila's like whole vibe, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's some figments over there I missed.
There's still more figments to collect. This just feels like more of a hassle than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
like if they made it better in the sequel, then good.
Yeah, but God, it is a hassle. The first game of points, but it helps you rank up. Unfortunately, so it's not just fun little collectibles. It's things that give you mechanical benefits.
Great.
It's not mandatory per se, but like you'd want some of these benefits, especially once you get like max level. But yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Oh.
Get over here. Did you hear that?
Alright. Yeah.
Come on.
Again, like the figments look like a giant hassle to deal with.
Yep. Same even the worst.
Don't we only have to collect 100? Oh, or do we have to get all of them? I kind of forget.
It depends on the level and which figments you're getting, because they're scored differently.
They're scored differently?
Yeah, each figment.
Oh, there's a figment there. Oh, give me a sec.
One more level for pyrokinesis upgrade.
Yeah, see, this shows the scores of each figment. Like, this is worth 1. This is worth 2. There's some that are worth like 9. Do you have like your microphone close to your speakers or something? Oh god, the flying ones. Fuck.
No, we at near the end of the level.
I see. It's
Yep.
Rasputin, the rolling rock star, in the flesh. And just in time, the party was dying without you, darling. Here, I have a little party favor for you. So cute.
Smooch.
Don't be a stranger, darling.
Thank you, Agent Vodello. Now it's back to the lab to save Dogen.
Dogen's not in the lab, sweetie. He's watching TV in the lodge with the other children.
I meant the dream Dogen from my brain tumbler vision. If I can find out what's happening to him, maybe that would give me a clue about who stole real Dogen's brain.
Oh, I'm afraid he's just like that. talking lungfish of Lake Oblongata? Darling, every summer camp has its stories, but that's all they are.
This one ate Dogen's brains.
Now stop spreading rumors. I know Dogen seems a little naive, but he's actually a very powerful psychic. You know what it's like to stand out, Rasputin, so maybe you could help him out, eh?
Well, I just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Oh, how nice. Isn't it a lovely day? It just seems like on a beautiful day like this, nothing could go wrong, you know?
You know what? Now that I'm back.
Now in the main store, we have a special on Dream Fluffs. You hear me? Dream Fluffs.
Oh, great with that. Oh yeah, I love the fact that
Mental health.
the water thing happened in Mia's mind, and she's like, "Yo, kid, you good? You want to talk about that?" Like, I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, she goes, huh, that wasn't meant to happen. If you got a problem with that, you know, we can talk about it. And he goes, no, I'm good.
Cause like, God, imagine being like, you know, a teacher for like psychic children, and then, some having like fears of water, or whatever, maybe manifesting in, mind palaces is something, but just seeing like, huh, the kid was grabbed by the water. You don't see that every day.
That canoe. Are you in love with it?
What? No, I'm just checking it for psychic residue. Some kind of fish has been tearing holes in our canoes. I'm trying to pick up its scent. Ah, don't worry now, baby. Nobody's ever gonna hurt you again. I promise.
I haven't ever seen that ever.
Yep. Huh. Well, I guess, you learn something new every day. Like some fish tearing up the water.
Hey, Bobby.
I forgot.
Wasn't that great when I
This
beat you in
guy.
that levitation race? Hey!
Remember to keep filling up those
Yeah,
scavenger
so where are we
hunt
off to
forms. We
next?
got a couple
Oh,
of big promotions for the
more scavenger hunt. Now that we can levitate and have.
Whoa.
Do we have?
Elton, I hope you're not waiting for me. Oh, jeez.
Oh, what's
sorry.
this? Oh,
Carry on, sailor.
okay.
Quit it.
Oh, we can be incredibly rude to them,
Yep.
of course. As is this game. Oh, I was gonna say we do more scavenger hunts, and also I think, do we have max mobility or movement options now, or
Movement options,
can we only get like
yeah, we
things
have-
upgraded from having higher ranks?
Yeah, yeah. There's still more abilities, but yeah, we
Nice.
got movement.
It's not like this is a Metroidvania. Oh, sorry, it's not like this is a
Yeah, but
surf
there's things that go
action. Yeah, I forgot that's the word we're using there.
Yep.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep.
Those guys just left all their stuff out here. Wonder what happened to them.
Yeah. Not really a search action game, but you can still explore for things that you can't really.
It's a collective. It's
see them.
Mills down there with
Yeah.
Chloe?
Whoa, that's weird.
Oh man, I've got
what's the point?
I guess soon there won't be much point to any of this, will there?
Not when we finish.
The project.
Yes.
You hear about Elton and Milka?
Oh, what?
Totally a couple now.
No way. I thought Elton loved Lily.
Yeah. Well, and I thought Milka loved Quentin.
Well, I guess if people's love was something you could trust, we wouldn't be here now, would we?
Good point as always, Clem.
Well, are you ready?
Just one more minute. Let's just watch the sun until it sets.
All right. Let's let people have one last sunset before things change forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I have no idea what their deal is. The game
Yeah,
won't make it
I've been.
clear.
What are you guys doing up here?
Is there enough?
Oh, hey, Raz!
Didn't see you there.
We're just looking at the sunset.
Shh. Just wait until he leaves. It is a nice sunset, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a nice sunset.
Yeah.
Yes. Look who's still punching.
Yay, Raz! Punch, punch, punch! Punch, punch, punch!
Goodness. But yeah, no. Did we ever find out enough to piece together something of why they have a fucking? It sounds like they're planning to do a funny little mass murder, suicide
Yeah, that's.
pact thing. And it's like, huh? I mean, you know, like it's there that it's Double Fine's game. They can put what they want in it, but I was like expecting, like, oh, huh? Do you ever get to learn how this game to be?
Nope.
Like, what's up? Yeah, nope.
Eagle Claw.
Nice.
Eagle Claw soup is surprisingly tangy and promotes the growth of strong fingernails.
Oh no. I just want to eat eagle claws.
Yep. I forgot to use the crow feather on Milla and Sasha.
I think you've done it to Sasha.
Oh. Note that's cobweb.
I'm not picking up anything. Must not be any deep arrowheads nearby.
Mary, are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. By the way, Raz, voiced by the guy who did Zim in Invader Zim.
Must not be any deep.
Yeah, I can't hear his voice now, and I only have the vaguest idea what Invader Zim sounded like.
He also did Daggett in Angry Beavers.
You are not, like, helping me here. I know I watched some Angry Beavers and I'm, like, completely indifferent to it as a show. Like, I cannot remember a thing about it. I didn't hate it, but it's like... Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear some of the audio just because it's how loud it is.
You can?
Yeah, I'm guessing from your headset.
Oh.
From it being loud enough to be picked up by your mic.
Weird.
Yeah, I heard it for a second, which is like, huh, okay.
Yeah, seriously, sometime off stream we need to get this fixed.
Okay, how about now?
But we're
No.
on stream, so no.
We're on stream. That'd be a dread. That'd be
I
annoying.
mean, can you hear
I wouldn't watch
anything
that.
now?
Oh, game audio wise, no. I can definitely hear you mashing that button,
Oh yeah, that's
smashing that like button.
yeah.
But yeah,
I'm actually using a controller this time. My old Logitech controller.
nice. That's. I'm very glad games don't really deal with too much button mashing anymore.
Yeah.
Let me go.
What to do with small
For a second, I was like, who tied up that turkey? Dude!
food? On such tiny opponent, all blood might drain out ear holes.
Ah! Shut up, Benny.
On other hand, blood from constricted trunk could rush to tongue.
And?
Tongue swells, pops. Most blood drains back down throat.
Interesting.
Less mess that way. Mouth stuffed with giant tongue can't scream. So quieter.
Ah,
Shut up, Benny.
torture.
You have something less drastic?
Could use half Deadly Nelson.
What's that?
Like Deadly Nelson, but less dying.
How much less?
Half.
What happens the other half of the time?
Opponent
What
leaves.
happens there?
Spends life praying for death.
Hey! Can you hear me down there? Maloof?
Shut up, Benny.
Seriously, Maloof. I apologize. Call off your goon, and I'll never bother you again. Ever!
The thing is, Benny, you're never gonna bother me again either way. So you're gonna have to offer something a lot better than that.
Like what?
Any ideas, Mikhail?
Know anything about giant hairless bear?
No.
Out of ideas. Preparing Nelson.
But wait! Maybe. Yeah, maybe I did see something like that. Give me a minute to think.
You ready to talk, Benny?
Hold on. It'll come to me.
Ah, so the small bullied boy has gone mad with the power of having a Russian enforcer.
Can't get a good grip. You're not going to, kill Benny, are you?
Difficult to say.
Hey, you guys aren't going around taking people's brains out, are you?
Not yet, but, maybe we should do some market research on that and see if there's a demand for that service.
God. Can we tickle Michael, so that he stops trying to prepare the half deadly Nelson? How does that work? I know he's a jovial. Ho ho ho.
It's not our problem anyway. It's not our problem.
Goodness.
I think we should have enough to buy that magnet.
Yeah. Grab that. Find a one of the warp points. Well, I guess if you enter here, you can then warp around. Because in
Ah, jeez.
the Sasha Nine's kind of base room. Or base room. You know, like his room has a I was about to call it a warp pipe, but I mean, it's not wrong. In a sense, it's not wrong to call it a warp pipe. Nice.
Uh, 2 side cards in this area left. And 2 scavenger hunt items. Oh, I think I know where one of them is. Oh, and there's a side card.
Nice.
Oh, hey, I think that's
Cool,
a
a few
scavenger
seconds
hunt
after
item.
you say everything, James.
Yep,
Yep.
I can hear it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, well, at least it doesn't sound like we're all at the bottom of a well again.
Yeah.
Pirate skip. Telescopes like this were once popular among area pirates until they were learned that they could see fire in the third by using clairvoyance on bird feathers.
Psionic pirates.
And hey, that's the last side card in this area.
Nice. Imagine living in the world where the internet was obsessed with psionic pirates versus psionic ninjas.
Yep.
Yes. Imagine.
Imagine having a psionic battle with someone, a psionic battle with someone over, by the arguing the fact that a psionic pirate can totally kick
Are just
a psionic.
they happen, and they're as pathetic as you think they are.
But you are the girl model of whatever it is you are, right? Affirmative. At this point, that's totally close enough.
Man, what smells like
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
hey, Nils. How
Psionic
about you and your
internet
butt
battles.
and its odor take a hike before I
See, what happens
Man.
is people go, oh yeah, I'm going to make a psychic attack against this person I don't like on the internet, and they'll both say this, and they'll say, yes, I'm going to do it tonight. Then nothing happens, of course, because psychic powers aren't real. Then both of them go, oh yeah, I totally wrecked that guy's brain with my psychic powers. There's no way to prove that either of them didn't, other than them arguing over it, so it just becomes an internet argument.
So they totally did break their brains with psychic powers.
Sure, why not? Let's go with that.
God, I just remember seeing something recently of someone claiming of a witch online claiming to have done battle with specifically Allah, like that, specifically that version of God, I guess, and losing because she wasn't powerful enough, and it's like,
Of course you
what?
Has she ever played
Like,
Shin
yeah,
Megami Tensei?
but of course.
Has she ever played Shin Megami?
diffuse some more powerful personas first.
Goodness.
God, he's a raid
But-
boss. Of course he is.
Goodness. But yeah, no. What gets me though is that it specifically phrases Allah. I'm like, huh. Like, yeah, I don't have much faith in how the rest of this person's post is going, so I'm not even gonna check. But the idea of like claiming, oh no, I tried doing battle in the spirit in the astral plane, and I lost horribly. Like, bitches, you gotta prepare if you ever want to take down God. It's like, what? Huh? And it's like, it's interesting seeing tales from corners of the internet that you don't ever really look into for good reason. Oh, that. Goodness. I remember seeing something about someone on Twitter, like saying, like, "Oh, I just post a random sigil, and it's God, I'm cursing you to be barren." And it's like, okay.
Dinosaur
The
bug.
witch
So,
you can
the real
curse with
funniest-
wounds. That's the whole
So,
thing
I
of
th-
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Enormous carnivorous
No, I think my favorite thing of seeing that. Oh, dinosaur born.
enormous carnivorous and cyclic mutated. One thing's for sure you can say about the valley's prehistoric inhabitants. We are glad they're dead. No one wants to see leviathan velociraptors. Scary. I want to see them.
Yep.
Of course you do.
And you do
Tyrannosaurus
too.
Rex.
Be rad as hell.
Yeah. Tyrannosaurus Rex that could set things on fire with its mind.
Oops, wrong buttons.
What? Goodness.
Okay. Also, I broke the beehive.
Oh, a
And
fertility
got
idol.
fertility idol.
This will help us counteract that sigil.
Boss loves fertility. Boss loves fertility idols. Everyone knows this, no one knows why, but it must work because look at how many of them there are.
Yep.
Good for them.
I guess.
But I guess. But oh yeah, it's my favorite thing though. Is just two people talking about like their businesses or finances. Like I hope your business like fails. No, like I hope just doing like just kind of countering that. It's like I hope
your
you know.
stocks ever be low or
Big-
something. What?
Oh yeah, that. And then like someone replied to them fighting like that with like a picture of two wizards dueling. And it's like,
That's
God.
just, okay. That is a weird part of the internet, and like I'm genuinely not sure that's offensive at that point.
God. Yeah.
I mean, if you've been on Tumblr long enough, you've definitely met at least one person like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything here.
Now, speaking of Tumblr, shout out to the posts that are like that. It's like, oh, revlog the power, or no, likes the power,
Likes
revlog the
charge,
cast.
revlogs
It's
cast.
cast
Simple system.
where it's like to like attack and like asshole politicians.
Yeah.
I saw the creator of
God.
Cookie Clicker on Tumblr wondering if he should keep the stocks minigame boring or improve it, cause he's getting like people saying that he should do both. Different people saying that he should or should not. Make it
Sometimes
less
sane
boring.
people saying it's boring and you should leave it because it's a perfect simulation of stock markets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, anything new in the store?
Now with that, now here's something every young Psy cadet needs.
I'll take it.
Sold to the big-headed kid with the gloves.
And I remember, I think it's the Cookie Clicker dev who also like he had like a pixel art like avatar for like years now, I think, and I think he actually changed it just because like people thought he was like into NFTs or whatever, or like was afraid of people thinking that. So like, you know what? I'm gonna change it. Goodness.
Kitty! Kitty, you so fine, girl! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Switch it up, Quentin. Come on.
Miss Boo Bye! Boo!
That's not even a song, dude. That's like a weird slow jam.
you ladies know one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War was fought at the shore of this very lake? Yup, it's true. It happened back when this place was still an Indian summer camp, and
I think I accidentally skipped a cutscene.
soldiers got separated from their
Yeah.
night was falling, and they were cold and scared of Dracula. Boo.
Apparently, the soldiers were scared of Dracula.
They were just terrified of getting shot. Oh, I'm
Oh.
sure any of them with any sense were afraid of Dracula too. They stumbled across an old building. You could still see it on the far side of the lake, so they decided to spend the night there. Little did they know it was an abandoned Indian insane asylum built on a caveman burial ground. Yup. Little did they also know that a cursed fish lived in the asylum, and that he was an escaped lunatic, but from a different asylum. So even though he was actually living in an asylum, he was still counted as escaped. And what was his curse?
Of course.
Where his gills should have been, he had hooks. Yup, and where one of the hooks should have been, he had a lung. Yup, a lung. And instead of being about 14 inches long, he was 10 feet tall. But that wasn't the scariest thing. The scariest thing, the absolute scariest thing, and the thing that still makes the old timers' blood. Dogen!
Oh!
Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, good idea. You rest here while I find your brains. Is the part I said first about how he had hooks for gills? Oh, brr.
Okay.
Anybody need
You
a
have to
hug?
jump inside someone's head.
Anybody?
They seem so nice
No?
now.
Okay then. Anybody
Or
mind if I tell that
No,
story
no,
again?
I guess you have to
Speak
find
up
the
now
brain
if you don't
elsewhere
want
to
to
do
hear
that.
it again. Here. Oof.
Yep.
No.
We had to go to somewhere else to go to the collective consciousness,
Oh, well.
to go inside our own mind.
Over at the beginning.
And this
Now,
guy's
you
just
ladies
here
know
talking to
one of the
these brainless kids because they're not telling him to shut up. So he's gonna keep going.
Yep.
Also, I love the idea of, it's still that sucks, but it's like an escaped convict, like or escaped cursed fish from an insane asylum, but from a different insane asylum. You see, so he's still escaped. That little touch to it just makes it a bit funnier for me. But
There's really one thing
Also-
left to buy other than side chords and dream fluffs.
oh, the aesthetic thing.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up.
Yeah, do we want to?
This vaporwave.
Yes. Well, more we can change what colors they appear as, which is pretty neat. But do we want to hit up, hit Sasha 9, go into our mind palace,
And with
fight
the hammer.
demons, or in
Hammer.
yeah.
Two is also better about having things to buy.
Neat. God. Speaking of which, this is another game, but in the game, The Messenger, right? Once you buy everything, like if they had an update, I believe, where it's like, originally when you bought everything, that's kind of it. But then, like, the store opens up with something, new and exciting. A money sink. As in, it's a literal sink where you pour the magic gems you use as money.
Oh yeah, it's your liquid funds.
and yeah, and it's like there's more to it than that, but basically like the start of being able to have more things to spend money on is going down the money, having the money sink unlocked, pouring enough into that, and a little bit. I think you had to talk to someone too, but like after that, the game lets you buy uh miniatures, like figurines or whatever, of like all the characters in the game, vis-a-vis Wind Waker. And I think that's a really great thing to have as a money sink in your game. But yeah, no, but Messenger's a really fun game. It's very meta. But if you're like into that, yeah, no, it's definitely pretty cool. Can we? Nope.
Okay.
Still has the feather.
Dragged into the depths.
Still has the feather.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was Xenosaga 2, but there was one game where you can pay off someone's debt by repeatedly fighting the final boss and getting the item you get from that and like selling it repeatedly.
Huh. Interesting. I'm giving that's like post game content,
Yeah.
right? If it's like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the final boss, but you can still sell the item.
I think you have to wait until a certain time for a certain amount of plot progress to get all the things in this area. Or I could just do that. Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Bots are talking about war again. Thick helmets, like those who've been used to protect those who dive in Lake Oblongata, not from increased water pressure, but from the hideous creatures that has rumored to live in the lake. This is of course just an old legend.
Of course, traveler.
Yeah.
Oh god, the diving.
So weird because it's like they barely last any time, and their whole diving is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, from blood.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem snorkel stuff.
Can't wait until we
long.
play Blood 2.
Blood 2, I don't think has
an abundance of blood.
Blood 2, I don't think has.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. Like I've heard that. I think you've also mentioned it wasn't the greatest, so that's why I was kind of teasing about playing that one.
Oh yeah, I already bought the third one from here.
what did you unlock?
Nothing yet.
Let's wait for just a
Nothing
second.
yet.
Ah, okay.
Where
Hey, darn.
take me to Dwin?
Haven't been there in a while.
Since we mentioned D&D earlier, I'm thinking about like psionics in games and other stuff, and I almost forgot. Like, oh yeah, D&D has this whole thing about psionics,
Yeah.
and there's no subtitles for what's
Well, there wasn't anything
being
said.
transmitted under.
There
Oh,
wasn't any, there we go.
okay, it's just
Yeah,
mumbling currently.
psionics were around since D&D first edition, but they've always had this weird, like, they've never been a core class because they're always awkward as hell to play.
Yep. I saw someone talking about early edition psionics and good lord.
Yep.
No, I remember seeing something though about like one of the developers being like 5'2", like works out, is jacked, and like being picked on by some of the like the taller people in the office. Like, you know what? Actually, dwarves are really cool at psionics, and elves can't. They just can't do it. Actually, there's like something like that. Which is really funny to think about if that is true.
I'm going to be quiet and hope that you just go. Hey, quit it!
Because, like, the idea of, like, no what, I like, identify with dwarves.
Do you know what that means?
Well, he wears his good parade chaps a lot more.
Yes, he's less filthy, that's part of it. But the biggest change is that he can't possibly waste as
And
much
then
time
more
as he used to hanging
child,
out with his loser friends.
Drama.
I like you.
And I don't like you. So that
I know I've
covers anything we
mentioned
haven't covered. Now
the
for the
silliest thing about psionic
I'm going
rules
to
that I
be with
know,
James
which is
all the time from now
the
on.
whole thing.
You're
You
going
can't
to
wear a
have to
helmet
stay
and
as
use
far away
psionic
from us as
powers.
possible,
All of your
or
powers
I'm going
switch
to
off
make your life
if you
more
do that.
miserable than I imagine
Even
it
like
already is.
natural psionic resistances and stuff. The emergent gameplay property of if you want to psychically interrogate someone, you put a helmet on their head first so they have no resistance. Yeah. You'd think it would block both
that's-
ways, but apparently it only blocks beneficial psionic abilities. Which is a very, like, it's obvious why that rule was put in, but if you think about it for even a second, it's, oh, that causes more problems.
I'm a little preoccupied right
Yeah,
now.
that feels like a very
Gotta figure into the
Dungeons and Dragons way of trying to tackle the issue of just doing it in the worst way possible. Because, like, just let people wear helmets, and most of the time, like, helmets, like, okay, they're described as being part of various armor, but, like, most people kind of ignore that. It's almost treated like cosmetic armor in video games, whether or not their character actually is wearing a helmet. Which is kind of funny to me. Because, like, shields get special mention, but, like, helmets don't, because they're described as being part of armor, but, like half the people playing D&D is like, oh no, my cool fighter and heavy plate mail never wearing a helmet, so they can see, like, his sexy face, and his, you know, charming smile. It is just cool and does, you know, fights good and does cool things. And, like, yeah, most people are like, yeah, no, sure, that's cool. So it's just, why make them wear helmets? Like, I guess trying to stomp out any, oh, you can't have heavy armor and, you know, and do psionics.
Yeah.
That's Coach Oleander.
Listen, Private, I am at a very critical point in my lesson plan. Almost got
Love
it
the
all put
cork
together.
he has on top
Can't
of
be
his,
taken off mission right now.
the spike.
Yeah, it wouldn't be safe otherwise.
I promise that I'll come for you when I'm ready to really unlock your brain's full potential. Now, the last time. You are dismissed, Private!
Only got one trading card to collect here. Well, one left anyway.
So, you know, the pickle herb wasn't me making up a silly name to stop you asking, that is what it's called. Like, here's the Wikipedia
Pickle herb.
article that I didn't just edit this minute, okay?
I believe you. Pickle hop. Love it. God.
Yeah, psionics in the first edition were like slow as hell because you had to like establish psychic link, and you couldn't just do it once and you were done. No, you had to do it like 3 times. Like it's like you had to poke your opponent's brain with 3 fingers in order to like establish it.
Listen, if I'm in a position where I'm able to poke someone's brain with 3 of my fingers, I think I've already got them under some form of my control.
Yep, but no. Because D&D is just all about excessive rules and slowing down combat. Psychics just have to do that in order to even start doing their psychic stuff.
Oh, D. I know there's actually some psionic options in 5e, like subclasses, which are interesting, but it's also just so weird because it's just like no psionics you can do before you get to that like archetype or subclass or whatever. So it's just like, oh, I'm a rogue for like 2 levels, and you're just a normal rogue. Then you're like, actually, like you reached level 3 and pick. Like, yeah, your brain just goes huge, and you're like, actually, I'm a soul knife. I can summon a psionic blade to stab people with.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, pal, how long have you been able to do that? It's like, don't ask. Don't worry about it. Alright. It has always been able to.
That's when you summon a soul knife, engage in psychic battles. Nah, I'm not. You wouldn't surprise me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm a certified
Yeah,
investigator
it's...
now. Ready to roll.
I've been running some tests. It seems that the sensitive circuitry of the brain tumbler is picking up too much psychic interference to be safe.
Oh no.
Thoughts of some other entity are interlacing with yours at a dangerous level, which explains many of the strange things you've seen. I must call off the experiments until we know more.
Sasha, there's no time. I think my vision about Dogen came true. I'm worried it's gonna happen to the others if we don't get to the bottom of this quick.
But we don't know where the foreign projections are coming from yet.
Is there a faster way to find out than sending me
I forgot the title for the tabletop games. Oh, sorry, like the chat topic in the tabletop games channel is Warhammer is a board game, and nobody has ever changed it.
Yeah. Nah, like we agree.
EV Gun Show, Deep Cuts. I did play it for like 20 years though.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been over that, I believe, in various ways, and also early editions. It's like, oh, you can't measure things before doing it.
Yeah. There's a reason
And like, I know
war games just let you do that, and it's because the alternative is everyone cheats. Because it just punishes new players and nobody else.
Yeah.
it's like an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Like, I know Warhammer.
Yep.
Yeah, I know War
Machine.
Machine.
Or hordes.
At
or Warma hordes.
and
it's
hordes.
sometimes called.
Warhammer hordes. Yep. Like for I think in the previous edition had a rule about like you can't measure until you do things, just because some people would just like measure incessantly, but then they're like, okay, you can measure, but like, you know, be quick about it. Don't hold up the game. Like if you can do that,
really should say
just
it's, you can, but just don't overdo it.
yeah, which yeah, no, that just seems like a good idea, because you know sometimes like, oh, can I actually move far enough to charge and do this attack, and just taking a quick, you know, measurement to see if that's possible. Like, okay, yeah. No, just yeah, some quick measurements never hurt.
Yeah, and there's
And also the alternative is just laying your arm.
Kind of, yeah, the length of arm is the bad way to do it. There's like the gentleman's agreement type thing where you're like, okay, I'm moving this unit to 1 inch outside of your charge range. Like, we don't need to measure this, we both know that's where I'd put it. It's
Yeah.
a bit more awkward to do, and like, you'd only do that with someone you already knew, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, just because. Yeah, no, it's just that seems very sporting, especially since like, yeah, no, just taking out a roller just for that is a bit much.
So we tape measures.
Or tape measure, yeah.
Tape measure of cool stuff again. Yeah.
Yep. Silent. You know.
What I was saying because I accidentally clicked into that chat and saw a joke I'd made like 3 months ago.
Goodness. Yeah, you know what? Psionics and stories always interest me in various ways, but it's always funny to see D&D trying to do anything with it. Well, then again, I know 4E had like standardized classes like that had psionics that seemed pretty cool. Like I know the monk was actually considered a psionic class, which is interesting. So I was like, all right, yeah, sure. And you know, there's some more kind of classical, like, you know, scions who, you know, blasted things with like their mind. And I think there's another class, I forgot their name, but their whole deal was like their passions, you know, because of their psionic power, their various passions and whatnot, like help fuel their powers. So it's all about, which, you know, sounds pretty fun because it gives you an excuse to be incredibly dramatic while running into battle, calling out for your comrades, and like fighting foes. So I'm like, no, that's cool. Sure, why not? But yeah, I just thinking about that. Like compared to that, 5e has some weird things. It's just suddenly I'm psionic now. Don't ask how. It just happens, actually.
Oh god, first edition also had stuff that basically made it so that you were more vulnerable if you had like a higher wisdom score or something.
Oh, I had to hold back an even stronger sigh at hearing that. But yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Because it was just so backwards and like...
Yeah. I mean, plenty of games have the weird bug of, like, there's a lot of things which are, oh yeah, you get +2, like, if you're using an improvised weapon, unless you got skill with an improvised weapon, in which case you take that skill, and so there's the example of if you've got level 1 improvised weapons, you're objectively worse than someone who doesn't know how to use them. It's
Yeah.
a couple of games have that exact flaw, and I don't know why. And it is always improvised weapons that are the problem.
I think,
Generally, improvised weapons are just a weird thing in themselves.
yeah, like they sound like, they seem like things that are just like, oh, for some reason you don't have your normal weapons. They fight, you're just picking up a chair, and you're just running at them with the steel chair, right? It like, so it sounds like the situation is like that, but then they try to, you know, they try to treat it like a normal weapon, and then things get weird because of that. And that sounds like a very D&D problem with how its game design goes. And then there's games that are very in the D&D mindset, so they just imitate the same problem. And especially since D&D as as a culture, of a gaming culture, very much loves being tied to its past, even if it's overall negative. There's some negatives or things that don't make sense. Like I've heard of this one game called Shadow of the Dark Lord or Demon King or something like that. That's kind of based off of like D&D, and there's this whole like faction of like clerics that like hate necromancy, right? Like they deeply hate necromancy, but a lot of their high level cleric spells are like, for being one of the clerics, and like the spells that they can teach you and stuff are like necromancy, like revive and stuff.
Yeah, just raise dead.
Because
It's like,
raise dead, and it's like, yeah, because of course they have raised dead, because in D&D clerics get raised dead. And it's like you had something going here, but then you refuse to stick to your guns about it.
D&D, as so many people do.
Like it had, I know that game has some actually neat things, like with how classes work, and how it can mix and match different classes, and like, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, like, some of the features you get from like the different tiers of classes you can get, like, will still be useful later on. But now there's a screaming child. Oh.
Our viewers screaming at us to please shut up about D&D for 5 minutes.
Oh, good boy.
Huh.
Here's a tissue.
He used pepper to make him sneeze out his brain.
Yeah, kind of.
Of course, right here. And this bad tooth, we'll just drop it in the old garbage chute. Now don't chew solid foods for 6 hours. Lily.
Oh, let's go down the brain hole. Well, you're trying to beat up a child. There's no
A child without the brain.
Yep. Loading.
blueprints.
The brain tank.
Yep, by the way, that attack was hit scan.
Oh. Wow.
So yeah, you have to be behind the wall for that attack. That one.
The power of the think tank. Oh, wow.
Fusion. Grenade. Man, I am so smart. Soft gelatinous underbelly? You're
Unfortunately, I ran into the cloud of confusion.
Great. I don't remember enough of a King Crimson song to sing along, but imagine like, no, Mary, you probably yeah. That
I'm going to go to Land of Confusion by Genesis or Disturbed. Depending which version you've heard. Similar stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You would think that, but yeah, no. Just I was thinking Epitaph, but I haven't heard it in a while, so I kind of forgot the rest of the lyrics other than confusion will be mine. Then it just blanked from there.
So yeah, the first actual boss fight. Ow.
Oh wow, I hadn't thought about that. Thankfully, we have some health. Like, also apparently there's confusion grenades.
target lock. Gotta hide behind something.
Yeah, there's gonna be some boss fights as we enter the second half of this
The
game.
song's 8 minutes long.
Yeah, it's a
That line
yeah,
is, like,
it's
in the middle of
Crimson.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I love how you knock the tank over like it's some sort of wounded animal or something. Oh!
Watch out
The
for
brain has
Cat.
beam attacks.
Act by the Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, I have to jump over that. Ah, fuck. Ah, well.
Going hands with the brain.
With a child's brain. Ow.
Every morning, I log into Fortnite and I do this.
Oh wow.
I have never
Oh, I
played
died.
Fortnite.
Same.
It really does not matter. Probably should have bought a Dream Fluff, but eh.
Yeah. No, I think you got this though.
What hit me there?
Oh.
I mean, the brain is the likely answer. Sure how, but you know.
There.
Thanks.
Is this a nightmare? Or a plan? Or both? Wait a minute.
Rasputin, I'm sorry. I had to abort the experiment. Something unbelievably urgent has come up and I must leave immediately.
I know! You'll never believe—
Hold that thought. In a rush. Official psychonauts business.
Wait! So is this! Official psychonaut, eh? You forgot your—
Hey, that white room.
I know. It's from Oleander's mind. I think I was in the coach's dream that whole time. Ever since I stepped through the knew I wasn't obsessed with meat.
But Maury is. And was stealing psychic brains to arm a fleet of deadly tanks, apparently.
I've got to tell Lily. She's waiting for me down by the boathouse.
Down by the water? Uh-oh. Better hurry.
So yeah, Coach Z, I mean Coach Oleander, wants to take these, the brains of these psychic youths to make an army. Ain't that grand?
That's Lungfish territory, boy. Go and get her.
Lungfish territory.
As soon as I get my sidecards.
It's always funny when games go, watch out, you got to get her right now, and you go, no, I'm gonna go off and do all my side quests.
Yeah, like Skyrim.
Yeah.
God.
It's the only game I've ever seen that actually, like, when, no, we meant it, you had to get there then, was Deus Ex Human Revolution. Where they say, hey, there's a hostage situation, you cannot afford to waste a minute. And if you do go and waste all of your time, you just kill the hostages.
Oh wow.
You just get like a radio message saying, hey, what were you even doing? And you're like in the vents, sneaking into your coworker's office, and you're going, nothing?
God, I didn't know that was a thing.
And you
I know
can
when I
legitimately get to the first mission of the game and all the hostages are already dead. Because you just messed around too long.
Apparently, even if you're in the first mission and take too long, yeah, the bomb can blow.
Yep, you can. It's so easy to disarm the bomb if you get there in time.
Oh yeah. I think there's even like a post-it note or something. It's Deus Ex Revolution. Of course, there's a post-it note with a passcode on it.
Shoot out 1 to 2 tanks that's meant to combine. Like, there's all sorts of things you can do to get around it.
There's actually a funny video where someone just enters the room, panics, and then like leaves, only to come back and grab the ammo and then leave.
Yeah, classic Deus Ex. Yeah, you can legitimately just have all the hostages killed at that point because you've spent all your time messing around thinking that the warnings weren't important. It's the only time I've ever seen the game do that without like a big on-screen countdown.
Ah! Panther! Set me on fire! Or it's a puma, actually.
Cougar,
Yeah.
hot
Please listen to that.
hot cougars in your area.
Pooh, my man, he flies like a moron. My man, he flies like a moron.
Huh?
Yeah, we're still getting that huge echo from James there, and it's just making him so funny.
You can change the color of some of excellent choice.
So what color are we going to make
What
our
else can I do you
towers?
for? Now, take it sold to the big-headed kid with the gloves. What else
That's
can
a
I
good
do you
question.
for? All right. More airheads and
Never thought. Sorry about that, Jan, but yeah. Gonna do
oh, I
some
have
sort
one.
of. Well,
Hey, why don't
yeah.
you just take a little nibble of that and see if I can taste it too?
Can I change the color of my
Um,
levitation ball?
Like say, to what?
Oh, just for your levitation ball?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Okay.
Hope that makes you feel pretty.
Agent Cruller,
Yeah.
do you have any advice on the current situation?
Why are you just standing here when
Yeah.
you should be running down to the lake to make sure your girlfriend isn't being kidnapped by the monster that lives in the water?
Hey, we are just good friends.
Oh well, that changes everything. Just let her get eaten then.
Nothing more to report at
Just let her get in then.
Call her out.
Yeah, look, it's a
Ooh,
different color.
I like that shade of pink.
Yeah, look, it's different color. It's sort of pinkish
Interesting.
purple.
It pops out a lot more with the green.
Sort of pinkish purple. Oh, there's another puma. 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 Puma.
Bobby! Uh-oh. Look, I can explain. Jeez, sounds like you caught a bad cold.
Maybe. But listen. I traced the psychic interference back to Coach Oleander's radio. He's been broadcasting his insane plots all over camp in his sleep.
So he's really kidnapping children and stealing their brains to make weapons.
Yes! Isn't that great?
What? How is that great?
Because this is an honest-to-goodness psychic emergency.
Sasha's not here. He left on some official psychonauts business.
Mia left a note saying the same thing.
Lily, a deranged madman is building an army of psychic death tanks to take over the world. And there's no one who can stop him, except for you and me.
Oh my god! Let's make out!
What?
Sorry, I'm just so excited. Since you showed up, Raz, things are so much more exciting. Sinister death plots, mad scientists, hideous monsters.
Make out?
How long have I ignored what this camp had to offer? Everything's new to me now thanks to you. I mean, look at
Of
this flower.
something keep
Kiss?
something's
How many years have I been
keep
collecting
falling and
them?
coming
I've never
back.
even noticed a
Oh,
cool
that.
flower like this before.
Ah. Oh.
Some kind of anglerfish. That's why it's trying to lure her.
Just hit my boyfriend.
Lily!
Try nothing.
I succeeded that time. Failed plenty times before then.
Let's get him.
Can't. Can't swim.
Well, then use the bathysphere at the end of the dock. Quick, while the flipper prints are still glowing.
Are you coming? I don't know how to drive that thing.
I can't. I have to check on the other children. Yes, yes. If the brains are out, they'll need supervision and possibly refrigeration. And how can you not know how to operate a bathysphere? Haven't you ever been to summer camp before? Now get a move on.
Well, I
before that
played
girl gets
Bioshock
overly
on this
digested.
channel. I played Bioshock on this channel.
Yeah, I like once I subscribed to your channel, I noticed that occasionally you'd be like, get a recommendation for like a part of the Bioshock streams you did.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them yet, but
Yeah, I haven't either.
I guess it's time
Then
for
again,
Bioshock 2.
to be fair, how often?
It's time for Bioshock 2.
It's never time for Bioshock 2.
It's a good
Unless
game.
we're trying to avoid playing
What was-
Bioshock Infinite.
Oh god, Infinite. Oh
God.
god.
God. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. How often do you actually use bathyspheres in Bioshock? It's like what, the once?
Yep.
I used them between each level in the first game.
Oh right, yeah, that.
It's just like
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah.
you
I
can
forgot
actually go
about
back
that.
to earlier levels if you really want to.
There's
There's not much reason to though.
yeah.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
Which is why the Fort Frolic section opens with that explicitly being locked off to you, and you get told, oh, you can't use the bathyspheres until you've done my weird art thing. Which, to be fair, is like a
Did you hear
fantastic
that? The hideous
sequence, so
hulking lungfish
can't
of Lake
complain.
Oblongata just kidnapped Lily.
Lungfish? So that's what's been tearing up my canoes. Well, I know just
Yeah.
what to do.
You do?
Love that art quest.
Great.
Yeah, I've got some lungfish-proof shellac. I'll just slap on a fresh coat, maybe two, and that's that.
Admiral the monster is still out there, and Coach Oleander is trying to take over the world.
Ah, yes, the world's a crazy place, son, but don't worry. The canoes are safe.
Admiral the monster is still out there, and Coach Oleander is trying to take over the world.
Ah, yes, the world's a crazy place, son, but don't worry.
Alright, well,
Where would...
I think Ford gets in their line. If we come back at this point.
Rasputin, come up here. There's something you should see.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Oh. Solid Snake there? No, that's Big Boss.
Yeah.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Yep.
You're the only one left, son. Can't even make a connection with Sasha or Mia right now for some reason.
Sasha said he had some official psychonauts business.
Impossible. I would know it if they did. No, something's happened to them. Rasputin, listen. You're the only one who can stop Oleander now.
What about you?
I can't leave this cave, Rasputin. Not as the Ford Cruller you know.
What? Why?
Years ago, I was in a terrible psychic duel that left me barely alive.
Yeah, I read about that. They said your psyche was shattered, that you lost your mind. But you seem fine to me.
Yes, when I'm down here, near the Titanium Motherlode, the concentrated power of the Titanium pulls my thoughts together, keeps me like my old self. But if I leave this sanctuary, my psyche becomes disjointed, and I fall into one of my other personalities, with no memory of who I really am. I'd be no use to you unless you needed something raked or mocked.
Well, you can call headquarters and get help.
The psychonauts won't listen to me. They wrote me off as a loon years ago. That's why Sasha and Mia have to take on all my missions. Headquarters doesn't know I'm the one behind the assignment, so they'd never get approved. But Sasha and Mia seem to be out of commission now. You have to be my field agent, Rasputin. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, I should have said no, because it's funny.
To find where that monster took the girl. And if you locate any of the other children's
He
brains
slaps
along
you
the
and
way,
then asks,
bring them back
how about
to me
now?
for recranialization. Understand?
I mean, yes, sir.
It's a but thou must in a kind of funny way.
I must.
God, love that. Never knew about that. I'm so sorry for my voice on my throat being a bit tired. But
So what if we go back into Milla's mines now? What would happen?
that's a good question.
I'm not gonna get the stuff in there, but just gonna check.
Rasputin, I'm so glad to see you. What's happened?
Coach Oleander is trying to take over the world with a fleet of psychic death tanks, armed with the stolen brains of my fellow campers. Where are you?
I have no idea. I seem to be asleep or in a trance.
Well, don't worry about it. Ford and I are on the case.
Okay, I'd love to join you, but I think I need to focus on maintaining some level of brain activity.
Ooh, I can help with that. Let me shoot up the place.
Oh, would you like to run the course again?
Yeah, run the course? But all that sensor overload stuff, that was an accident.
Oh, Raz, I knew you were going to overload that switch. I would have done the same thing at your age. It was all arranged to make you an expert fighter, and it worked. Now, if you'd like to run the course again, just shoot the controller on any given face. To close that face up and open another, shoot any sensor valves you see. Fair enough?
Even the part where the giant sensor had you on the stamp?
Okay, that part got a little out of hand. We won't be seeing him again.
Oh yeah, no, that was the
Yes,
first
clean up
boss.
all the cobwebs, collect all the figments, and get any vaults that are
Yeah. Well, do you want to do that on stream or
No.
get out? Get on out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the little guy that'll transport us.
This little guy. This is perfect.
No to what? Getting out of here or doing this again?
I guess we have to use the smelling salts.
Yeah.
Am I sure I want to do? Yes, I want to go back to the real world that badly.
Now for Milla. I could also go back in there and get the stuff. Oh yeah, there's that one vault. We spent enough time this episode.
Yeah.
We'll do it the next episode.
Yeah.
I can
Clear up some.
Where are you?
Rasputin, I don't really know. I was on the dock and all of a sudden there was this thing. And then everything went black.
Looks like you got bored.
Abducted, probably by Coach Oleander.
You got bored.
He's trying to take over the world.
Oh, Maury. Well, if you find my body, give it a little shake, will you? In the meantime, you can shake it in here as much as you want.
Not much to do here except clean up all the cobwebs, collect all the figments, and get any vaults that are left.
Yeah, I'll off-screen the cobwebs. No, not the cobwebs, the figments.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was.
And yes.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
Check for those splicers.
What should man spend his money on? No, says the Vatican. God should have
Is a
his.
man not entitled to the sweat of his own brow? No, says the government. It belongs to the It belongs to us. No, says the Kremlin. It belongs to the people. No, says the Vatican. It belongs to God.
the creature's prints are still glowing. This must be where he brought
That's
Lily.
quite right.
The
But close
creature's
enough.
prints are still glowing.
No, says the
This
Yeah.
must be where he
House, I
brought
think.
Lily.
Is a man
Yeah.
not entitled to the growth of his pillar?
The what?
No, says the
The growth of his
saltpeter.
pillar?
No, says the man in the Vatican.
Growth of his. What?
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Don't worry about
No,
it.
because you mentioned pillars, and I was partially wondering if you were doing innuendo. I just remembered in high school reading like some poetry by this guy who's really salty that this one woman didn't want to marry him. So he wrote this big nonsensical poem about how, oh, you suck and you're gonna die a version of me. I have such a large shaft that's vaster than empires. And blah blah blah, talking about his huge like dick. It was like, wow, this guy sucks ass. But I'm so glad to
Yeah,
have
like,
read
I don't know
this.
who
And, like,
this
no,
lady
guys have
was,
been
but
like
she
that.
absolutely do better than that.
Yeah. Glad to know that there's always been guys like that, apparently.
That's no, we don't even need to give the dump him speech. She already did it.
God, yeah. I'm still thinking about the shaft of vaster than empires. Is hilarious. Like, faster than empires. Like,
Nice.
healthy veins. Oh, nice.
I one cycled that form.
Hell yeah.
You can see the water hands being all grabby.
Yeah. Love that. Which is terrifying to think about. Because it's like... God, okay, well, this is in a sequel game, I guess, but I was wondering if I should talk about it. Of like... Cause it's... Alright, well, there's Rhombus of Ruin in the Water Hands, if you're wondering.
Oh yeah, that. I guess. Well, no.
Okay. Right, cause it's like... Even there, it's never clear, like... Yo, why are there weird water hands? Like, what's up with that?
Okay, Psychonauts 2 does explain it.
Yeah. Get there's
That's
something
all
that
I'm going to
happened that
say.
like yeah.
So, I believe the poem that you're thinking of is To His Coin Mistress by Andrew Marvell.
To my ex.
Does have that line about something vaster than empires. Yeah.
To my
The
ex.
second half of the poem is then, oh, but none of that matters because we're all going to die someday, and it's got like loads of imagery of like graves and depressing stuff, and it's okay, sure.
Just kind of gave up there.
Apparently, it's not considered to be like as serious. Like the first half of it with the innuendo is not the point of the poem. At least, assuming that someone else didn't have the same line.
Yeah, because I remember the poem I read, there was a part about, like, talking about specifically how, like, the subject, the woman who's the subject of this poem, or, like, partially the subject of this, like, how when, she'll die, the only things that will, like, be, like, intimate with her will be, like, the maggots or whatever. And it's just, like, and that kind of grody-ness, and it's like, wow, what a guy.
To my ex. Fuck you. Fuck your cartoon hot dog husband. Fuck his stupid sunglasses. And fuck the ketchup kids. And fuck their sunglasses.
Yeah, Echo really adds to this.
Nice.
Yeah, I do like that this is, like, you're seeing this whole boss fight from the boss's perspective. Cool idea.
Quite a few games in the PS2 eras did that.
Yeah. Usually not
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was.
fight, though. Like, like Ocarina of Time does it a couple of times as like full reveals of what a boss looks like, but always, goes back to the default control scheme. Because
Yeah. Though, I was looking away for a second, but why do we have a sphere of air around us?
It's a lungfish.
Like, Oh, the lungfish. Oh yeah, the lungfish needs air. Yeah, okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, which is why all this marine life is just dropping down into the air bubble it's bringing with it.
The psionic lungfish that is an escaped patient from another asylum, the new asylum, as we learned from the deep lore from the one kid that never shuts up.
It's actually different reason. Like what he said was foreshadowing, but it wasn't all entirely accurate.
Oh, absolutely. I know that. It's great.
Yeah, the music here isn't super great.
I wish we could have heard it.
2 has fantastic music.
Oh, poor little thing.
That poor little thing just tried to kill me about 8 different ways.
Well, that's not its fault. This was once just a normal-sized lungfish, minding its own business in a mucus-lined air bubble beneath a semi-dry lake bed. But judging by the work done on it, I suspect Maury has mutated it, accelerated its growth, and has placed an implant in its brain to make it do his evil bidding.
Whoa. Poor little thing.
Yeah, go inside there and try to smash the implant. Use the psycho portal I saw you steal from Sasha's lab.
Oh, yeah. That works on big scary monsters?
Oh, monster schmonster. That thing's more afraid of you than you are of it. Now get in there.
Okay.
Thank you, Agent Cruller, for the lesson about wildlife, of it being more scared of us than we of it. Even if it has psychic powers and is a 10-foot tall lungfish.
Living in the city.
Great. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics of it.
And good day to you, Officer Lungfish. How are you today?
Oh, damp and happy, can't complain. And what are you and the wee one up to on this lovely day?
Oh, just obeying the law as always. All posted directives followed to the letter.
Ah, good to hear. Not a one of us want any trouble, that's for sure.
We the baddies.
Which, tomorrow?
Yep.
So yeah, we're a kaiju now.
Yep. This is the best level. Also, our punch has like claws on it now.
Of course it does.
Oh, I crushed a car.
Yeah, it's a lot of unambiguously murdering people.
Well, they're mind people.
To be fair, yeah, they are like mental representations of. Yeah.
It's like that one.
Oh, and we're big enough.
SpongeBob bit.
Yeah. Oh, we can just scale skyscrapers, nice. But yeah, also we're big enough that. Ah. Okay. So we have to come back if we lose a life.
So
yeah, we're big enough.
Yeah.
We're big enough that we don't have to worry about drowning in the water.
Well,
So we can
that
just tread
water's
through it.
too shallow for us to drown in.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
'Cause
step
it
on
looks
the guy.
like, you know, guy murder.
Hey, Goggalor! Down here!
Excuse me. Were you talking to me?
Ow! My ears!
I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Are you okay?
He's dead.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Every member of the Resistance is prepared to die fighting the tyranny of Kochamara.
What's Kochamara?
He's a giant monster like you, Goggalor. He brainwashed and enslaved almost everyone in Lungfishopolis.
That stinks. So, hey, have you seen any other humans around here? I'm looking for a girl called Lily.
The government archives might have some information about your young girlfriend, Goggalor.
I don't know if she's really my girlfriend. I mean, I think she...
I only meant that she is your friend who was a girl, Goggalor. To access the archives, we must first destroy the broadcast tower Kochamara uses to control the populace.
Check. I'll go smash that then.
Wait, Goggalor. In order to reach the tower, you'll need to pass through that wall of lasers. But you'll never make it through the lasers without our help.
So are you gonna start helping soon?
First, I need you to do something for the Resistance. Punch a hole in that prison and free my comrades.
Please don't kill me, Goggalor!
Freedom!
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 Hoo-yah! Now, how about getting me past those gates?
Right. We stole the shield power module from Kochamara. It's too big for any of us to operate, but it should work for you.
Oh, still getting new powers.
Yeah, they don't explain how you get this one. Other than you just sort of get it.
Is this gonna upset Kochamara and all your little brainwashed neighbors?
No!
I doubt it.
No.
So, knocking down the prison
I'm
and then
in
breaking this
games
laser shield thing?
this era where you
Nobody's gonna get
suddenly
mad about
get
that
a
and
new
start shooting you.
power, new event for the game, and they don't explain it. It's yeah, we had to cut like 3 or 4
What is
levels.
even an entire navy
Just
of
ran out of
lungfish
time and
against
money.
the might and revolutionary zeal of Goggalor?
Wait, what navy?
Meet us at the dam, Goggalor, for freedom!
Oh, whoops. Let's put it there. There.
It's Goggalor! He hates children!
He hates children.
The peaceful city of Lungfishopolis is under attack tonight by a hideous, gigantic monster the terrified citizens have named Goggalor. The Navy has responded quickly and decisively, dispatching its entire tank division to neutralize the creature. Soon, authorities say, everything will return to normal or better. Kidnapping human children is good.
No, wait. I spoke too fast.
Here comes Kochamara! No! Run!
This guy needs a duffel bag tag. This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Ah, finally, I come across one of the bags without the tags.
Yep, we now know that's a duffel bag. That's a giant missile.
They say. Mind if I throw you?
Nice.
Missile.
Nothing can stop him.
I'm gonna make some bacon and lentil soup tomorrow.
Nice.
Basically, everything I actually have to do tomorrow is like in the evening, so it's just like, yeah. So make some soup.
Shield upgrade.
Oh, only got the shield like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm just getting these powers. I'm just getting these ranks so fast that.
Yeah. Honestly, like you said, you had to grind early game to get some of them. I'm like not sure how serious that was.
It kind of was.
Because you're getting ranks all the time. It might just be some weird pacing issue.
Like the invisibility and telekinesis, you do need to grind for. You can't get them in the levels. You have to grind for them. So otherwise, yeah. It's just upgrades from here on out. There's a tiny little vault over there. Fishopolis under siege.
I think I'm gonna go get some water real quick.
Hydration break.
Nice.
I need the purse tag here.
Freedom! 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 So, this big monster, is that the best you could do? We were short on time, and he is good at smashing things. Doesn't look like much to me. Come on, let's blow this joint.
Hey, you're welcome.
Sorry about him, Gargalor. He's been in prison a long time. He's the only pilot the Resistance has, and he has an excellent plan. Meet us at the dam so we can put it into action.
We can't levitate in this level.
I see.
We're just too heavy.
Yep, you're just giant.
My cheese shop!
Cheese shop?
Well, things have gotten a little embarrassing for Gargalor. Recently surfaced information has strongly linked the previously intimidating monster with common low-life criminals. Earlier tonight, Goggalore broke some of his jailhouse cronies out of the slammer so they could enjoy a night on the town, popping pills and soliciting inexpensive call girls. Well, they're in for one nasty hangover. Our beloved Navy has come up with a high-tech new invention. Trucks armed with hyper-electricity. Kidnapping children do not harm the brains.
It's like this hilarious propaganda.
Yep. Just gonna get hit by the oxygen destroyer, you know?
Yep.
The SDF are just gonna blast you with hundreds of missiles with no effect.
Unless it's the American Godzilla movie.
Oh yeah, in which case, the US Army will destroy you immediately.
After like 11 days of rain. And also a Siskel and Ebert parody that really just doesn't do anything.
Yep.
Like even
And I
Ebert
do not remember much of the American Godzilla one that was just critically panned. The more recent one was, despite also being like half US military propaganda, like the other half was an okay movie.
Yeah. Like even Ebert pointed out that the monster should have like stepped on them or reached them or anything.
Yeah. It's like the two feuding paleontologists who, like, one of them got a cameo in Jurassic Park, but he was being killed in a way like, or rather, a character based on him got a cameo in Jurassic Park, and was killed in a way that like only made sense with his rivals' theories, so they just were both satisfied by that. I can't remember. It was something that satisfied both of them basically, despite being one of them being killed on the screen.
Though it loathes violence in all its forms, the Navy has no choice
Man,
but
I
to
am hearing my
activate
voice
its
more
anti-monster
than I've intentionally heard in the last like half a year listening to this stream. Why does it sound like that? Oh well.
Oh, that just kills you. Just like half your health and damage. Like half your health and damage. God, this echo is getting worse.
Yep, it is definitely getting worse. It is definitely getting worse.
No, I'm barely hearing an echo.
Yep, kitty cat herder. I think we only hear it when James has her mic on.
Maddie.
Meowdy.
Well, now it's not going.
Oh, no idea why then.
Well, now it's not going.
It's just taking longer. Okay.
Something. Oh.
Now you see the genius of our plan, Goggalore.
First we print flyers, then we spread them all over town with my blimp.
Winning over the hearts and minds of Lungfishopolis in as soon as 6 months.
6 months?
You don't like our plan, you can come up with another one.
Yes, we are busy. We have to select cardstock and then find a decent but inexpensive printer within a week.
Pretty weird when new people hear my voice and they always tell me, oh, it sounds so soothing. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want it to sound soothing. Yeah. Oh well. Who's blimp to get over that? these dummied out GoldenEye missions just get weirder.
Have you come up with a better plan than the pamphlets yet?
Yes, it's called Turn in Goggalor for reward money.
God. I can't believe we found the very liberal resistance group. That they have a giant almost we miss all the figments. Anyway,
Hey, what are you doing up
I
there?
now have a cat on my desk, stomping around. But no, they have a kaiju on this side, and they're like, obviously the answer to this takeover, from a government that got taken over is, pamphlets.
There actually are so many Godzilla movies where it's, well, things have gone badly enough, let's just bring Godzilla in. Hopefully he'll just wreck whatever he jumped in the actual water. What kind of baggage does an anglerfish have? Well,
I mean, it got tortured by some guy.
This is a lungfish, by the way, not an anglerfish. This is a lungfish, by the way, not an anglerfish.
Well, it has the angler.
I know, it's a lungfish. It has lungs, whatever.
It has baggage
Agreed.
because people keep mistaking it.
I mean, mood.
Nice. Nice.
Ooh, nice dodge. Ah, the death beam. Oh, cool. More ammo. Can't believe we've been playing Metroid this entire time.
This was incredible. Always playing Metroid. Isn't that wrong? Yeah, James has played every Metroid game, I believe. Was it every Zelda game?
Yeah. I played every
Metroid.
Metroid.
Yeah.
Other M doesn't count.
Or absolutely does not count. If you tried to stream that, we would just not show up.
I think I would show up just because, like, to see how the combat is, because I know that the Team Ninja,
It's
like, join.
not good.
And I know, like, the melee finishers and whatever are, like, dope as hell, and that's where, like, Metroid, like, Dread got them. Or, I think it got them from, like, the remake of Super Metroid, but, like, that absolutely got it from Other M. Like, That's the one thing you gotta hand it to Team Ninja for.
Metroid
They're
2,
like, hey, what
by
if...
the way. Not Super
Oh, Metroid 2. My bad. Yeah, Metroid 2. Oh, yep. No, the one thing Team Ninja did that was dope as hell is like, what if... What if Samus did dope fucking finishers against against these like weird monsters or whatever, these weird alien things, and it's like, yeah, no, that is actually dope. That said, oh,
Yep.
oh, nice.
Yep.
God, we're
There's
getting so
spikes on
many
it now. There's spikes
ranks.
on it now.
Right?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Psychog. Wait, that's Silver.
Yep.
It's no use.
We're Silver the Hedgehog. Silver the Hedgehog with the helmet and goggles, or the aviator cap, or whatever that's supposed to be. It's no use.
Take this! Take this!
Yeah.
And he'd still be afraid of the water. Actually, he'd be more afraid of the water.
All he's ever known is fire.
Yep.
All he's ever known is fire.
So we're just lives in the world of no water. Yeah. Silver is a character who I just didn't care for at all in like Sonic 06, but I come to actually really like from, well, fan interpretations of him in like real-time fandom and from his comics appearances. He's just a really good character when you take him out the context of Sonic 06.
Yeah, he's...
Everyone suffers for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's... Yeah.
What, did he just drop to the ground really fast or something, or was that a trick of the eye?
You're heavy in this world. You're heavy in this world.
I'm what?
We are kind of gigantic.
Oh, you're heavy.
We're Godzilla sized, or at least baby Godzilla.
Lungfish and Loboto. Loboto.
Roboto.
Lungfish and Loboto. I love that.
No, he's a little TV.
Love that he has that even as a normal lungfish. Love that he has that even as a normal lungfish.
What has science done?
Yep. Ah, whoops.
Good lord! He's impervious to bullets and love.
Even Paris the bullets and love. The time I tried to stop a kaiju with incredible power of love, I realized I could not stop a kaiju with incredible power of love. Then I
Nice.
nice.
Chapter 2, The Power of Incredible Violence. Chapter 2, The Power of Incredible Violence.
Yeah, that's how it went. Yeah.
I wonder if the echo is a Steam thing.
I mean, we only see it when we
It
have to
might
use
be.
Steam, so... Yeah,
Yeah.
we really do need to fix this Discord thing, like, just... maybe before the next stream we just, like, spend half an hour messing around with your settings, because it does seem to be on your end as far as we can tell.
There's like an angle where you can get the camera stuck behind the mountain. And they put an Easter egg in there of a picture of one of the devs with his wife.
Oh.
I don't know how to do it. Oops. Stepped on some people.
We're here with the star of the popular sitcom Trouble in the Bubble, Buddy Finn. Buddy, what's your take on the Goggalore situation? Is he just misunderstood? No way! I hate Goggalore. I can't imagine anyone of my fans siding with the monster. He hates everything lungfish care about. Air, water, family, the economy. Buddy, you'll be happy to know that the Navy has decided to pull out what they're most famous for. Airplanes! So rest assured, we can all look forward to Goggalore's imminent death. And to seeing you, buddy, every Thursday night at 8, right here on LBC. Thanks! And I'd just like to add that if anyone kidnaps a human child, they should take them quickly under the lake to the abandoned insane asylum.
Goggalore, come in. We have commandeered these vessels in your name.
We can put them in position to help you cross Kochamara Channel to get to Kochamara Island and destroy Kochamara Tower.
The thing is that, although we have the utmost faith that you will soon contain the area, Goggalore,
we just think it best
we've decided to maintain our position out here.
just until you clear the area of all hostiles.
Yes.
For insurance reasons, Goggalore.
Yes, that, and for freedom.
Yeah, so I gotta take out the Navy's airplanes.
Rasputin, we are taking on the entire Lungfish's armed forces. Sorry, I couldn't help but take the opportunity for that one. Gosh, I sound tired. Sorry. I'm just listening to my own voice. Not an echo, but yeah, I know I have to. You know, I guess a common story, unfortunately, of not getting enough sleep.
Yep.
And then waking up early.
Yeah, after this level, we're done.
Yeah.
Just gotta get on that rail from this side.
Oh, grand railing as I imagine.
Moving around at the speed of sound.
Got nowhere to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Great. I forgot the rest. Nothing to lose. No. Got nothing to lose, God.
I showed you that.
No, I'm missing out.
Video of the analysis of the City Escape level, right? Ah!
The one. Oh.
Apparently, having an airplane hit you in the back sends you flying.
Yeah. Looks like we need to clear out the area a bit or something.
Thankfully, that does destroy them. Okay, 113. That's not gonna help me, but okay.
Yeah. Closer to getting that invisibility upgrade.
Ah, fuck.
Those things have knockback.
Yeah, they do. Ow. Ow. Thinking of that one Homestar runner. Ah, look.
Huh. Well, you're still alive.
Technically. Okay, I think I knocked back the knockback.
God, I just now checked the, oh. Oh, I checked the tabletop channel. I just saw the,
Yeah, just put that in
the Yu-Gi-Oh
settings,
cards.
don't worry about it.
Love it. Just Forbidden Dynamite.
Yeah, so that's from a Twitter bot. Well, it's not a Twitter bot. It's a bot that they use to generate like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It generates the name and the text, and what they do is they put in edited art just for whatever it's called, just because that's funnier. And there's a line of cards called Forbidden, like Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Goblets, stuff like that. And of course, this came out of Forbidden Dynamite because there are cards Dynamite in the name. So they just went, you know what, sure, and just edited a stick of Dynamite onto Forbidden Lance, probably. It's a fun gag. And since we're the Akimbo Dynamite Club, yeah. I'm looking at one right now which is just an existing card, like not a great one, it's a coin flip card. It's got the same name as it, same effect text, except it has a third coin side, which is the name of another entire card.
Oh wow.
So of course I just photoshopped that card into the background of it.
Nice.
Like Tour of Doom is just the like Grim Reaper guy in the front, and it mentions in other cards, put that as the entire background.
Okay. Loading.
Well, we're sorry to report that the miserable and incompetent lug-faced Navy is all but sunk. Great work, losers. Coachemera himself will have to come all the way down here just to save our worthless hides. Authorities are calling for a big parade in Coachemera's honor after he clobbers the annoying giant Goggalor. And if the parade is big enough, Coachemera promises not to destroy the city. Brush teeth more often, don't drool so much.
What's really funny about that is the same actor who voices the coach doing that.
Yeah, we really need to fix your sound.
Yep.
Hey everyone! Here comes Coachemera!
It's the music they play for when you get one of the mirrored cards badges in a version at least.
Oh. Neat. Well, yeah, now we have to fight an Ultraman.
Yep.
Give up while you can, Goggalor.
I know it's you in there, Coach. I don't know where you're broadcasting from, but I'm gonna find out and make you show me what happened to Lily.
Coachemera does not speak giant monster boy language.
The only word you're gonna need is ouch.
Mighty Ram! Mighty Ram! Mighty Ram! Mighty Ram! Deadly Tiger Beam! Deadly Tiger! Mighty Ram! Mighty Ram! Deadly Tiger Beam!
Yeah, he's calling out his dex.
Mighty Ram! Deadly Tiger!
Yeah. I heard this fight, and you know, it feels like it loses something because I'm not actually hearing him shout deadly triangle. Difficult to avoid area attack.
Yeah.
Overly intricate
Overly intricate combination.
hard to avoid area attack.
What the? Okay.
Overly intricate combination.
Yeah.
This guy has distorts in his spots.
Oh.
Area attack. Mighty Ram.
Hit.
Mighty Ram. Mighty Ram. Deadly Tiger Beam.
He also countered that.
Deadly Tiger Beam. Mighty Ram. Deadly Tiger Beam. Mighty Ram. Ground vision. Overly intricate combination. Hard to avoid area attack. Mighty Ram. Overly intricate combination. Hard to avoid area attack.
Nice.
People of Mudfishopolis, I'm sorry I let you down.
evil, but he did build a lot of roads. Can't get a good grip.
It became necessary to destroy the city in order to save it.
Yes.
Of course. Just like probably a lot of Godzilla stories. Which I should probably watch more Godzilla stories. I like them. I know they run the whole gambit of how serious or not serious do they take themselves, and like how much of a message is there, or is it just big monsters fighting each other? It's cool.
Fine. Take control of this freaky toad. I don't need him to nab children for me anymore. I've got the brain of a little girl back in my lab that's strong enough to power a whole army of psycho-blaster death tanks. Huh? What?
You've got the brain of a little girl.
I said in my lab.
I think you've got the muscles of a little girl, too.
Good one.
Dead.
Oh, they have rifles now.
No. Well, yes.
Human child,
Who is that?
it is I, the creature whose spirit was once, over here. Behind you? Yes.
Oh.
The creature whose spirit was once enslaved by the evil one. You have unchained my soul, and now I shall repay you, powerful human child.
Oh. Great. Well, okay. Show me what you did to my friend Lily.
By the drowned spirit of Oblongata, it is done.
And got forward.
For a second, I heard you say got devoured, but of course you said got bored.
I mean, same thing, really.
Yeah.
It is your wish to travel across the lake. You may return to either shore and summon me with that.
Thanks, hulking lungfish. You know, you really aren't as hideous as people say.
You may call me now by my true name, Rasputin. The name given to me by my people.
And what name is that, noble lake creature?
Linda.
What a magical lady.
Alright, well, that's the back half of the game. But, we're gonna save that.
Oh, absolutely.
That is calling it for tonight?
Yep.
Oh, don't forget to ring that bell with your mind.
Yep. Psionically smash that like button.
And I hope the Echoing wasn't too bad.
Leave a comment about a secret psychic conspiracy for us to uncover. You know, the usual.
Of course.
Alright, well, good night.
Keep watching the skies.
And also the water.
But yeah, later, y'all.
Also the water, yeah.
Also the water. The water has hands. Watch out.
Don't drink the water.
I forget why.
I also forget why.
Mm-hmm.
Night.